Wait a second. The first word is Jose? I thought it was...
Jose, we know.
Wow! It's about a Spanish guy. Oh, Jose, can you...
I don't believe it, man.
It's so easy.
Buenos días, bienvenidos a otro capítulo de Más o Menos su programa favorito. Welcome, guys, to our capítulo 11, 11th episode, 1 year anniversary special. We have been doing this show for 1 year exactly. We started this show and we've heard a bunch of amazing pitches on this show. And I'm looking forward to this one, especially because we got a celebrity guest. We got a celebrity guest here with us, and everyone in the community wanted to come and chat with him. I want to go first and introduce this awesome panel first with my celebrity guest, Zord Photography. Patrick, my man, thank you so much for making time to join us. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm honored to be here. Thank you for inviting me on, and happy Saturday to everybody on this panel, dude, and everybody in the chat as well. I'm excited for today's show, dude. Thank you.
Absolutely. And his opponent stepping up to the plate to go up against the legendary Zord, Xman Supreme, Dave. Dave, how are you this morning?
Oh man, I'm ready to do the thing.
I'm gonna do the thing. I got it.
I'm here. Oh boy, is it gonna be fun. Looking forward to it.
Beautiful. I'm gonna go next to Shane. I'm not sure. Gio might be somewhere, but
I'm good. I'm
Shane,
good.
how are you? Okay, we'll go Shane first and Gio. Shane, how are you? Thank you for last minute invite. But thank you so much for making the time. We have some exciting news in regards to you and Phil later. And so I'm glad you made time to join us. How are you?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, no, thanks for the invite. It's great to see everyone. And it just worked out perfectly because I have the house to myself today. So you literally couldn't have invited me at a better time or a better day. So I appreciate it. Thank you. It's nice to be included.
Absolutely. Perfect. And Phil, I just mentioned to you, so I want to know, are you excited about those news? We'll talk about those details in a minute, but are you excited about that?
Not sure if it's excitement or apprehension. but yeah, it's excited to see what I end up with.
Absolutely. We'll get into those details soon. I created some really cool graphics. I think only a couple people, Harrison, a couple people have seen these graphics. I created these graphics. I think you saw one of them, but there's another one you haven't seen. So excited to show you. Gio, how are you?
I'm okay. Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, donde te encuentres el día de hoy. I will be, my camera will be off. I'm still trying to get over this really bad cold. Much better the last few days or so, but I wanted to join you guys here, at least in this fashion. But nice to see you guys here. Patrick, Dave, Shane, Harrison, Mr. Phil, thank you in the chat. Thank you so much for dropping by here. But this will be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. All right, I want to get some music up in here. I think I'm doing it correctly. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
All right, Perfect. Okay, cool. All right, great. All right, Harrison, I almost uninvited you, but you did make it. So glad you're here. How are you?
Yeah, good. Doing really well, thank you. And thank you for letting me be on.
Of course. I'm just teasing you. I'm glad you're here. Harrison's been taking a little bit more initiative on this show, which I really appreciate. I've asked him to kind of be more, involved in this show. So I've appreciated everything you've been doing for the show, Harrison. So thank you so much for doing that. All right, guys. First, we'll get into the chat. I want to say hello to a couple people that are already here joining us. A couple minutes there. See if Marco shows up. Marco's somewhere doing something. What did you say, Shane? He's on a what?
He's on a milk carton, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, MIA.
He's missing, man. He's missing.
Let's say hello to the chat. Valkyrie Magnus, let's fucking go. Yes. Oh, I said it within the 5 minutes. Sorry, Marco. Good to see you, Valkyrie. Former champion of the pitch from last month. A very good pitch. Valkyrie, thank you so much for joining us. Brick Artemis, second in the chat. Roberto, how are you? He's the first ever champion. Thank you so much for being here. We have Afterman saying good morning. Yes, Harrison on the panel in the chat. Thank you so much. Gio as well. Hopefully that's one, everybody. I got Phil in the chat as well with us. Thank you. All right. Yes, Brick giving me a hard time for being late. I know. I'm sorry, man. We were doing a little couple things last minute there. No worries, though. We are fine. Fig Poser is here. Hello, Fig Poser. How are you today? ¿Cómo estás? Buenos días. We got Figurecraft Philly. ¿Cómo estás? Buenos días, my man. ¿Cómo estás? He's seen, actually, Philly has seen a little bit of the preview of some of the stuff. I did show him. So I hope he sticks around because I know he was excited about what I did show him. All right. My girlfriend Elizabeth is here. She's saying good morning. Good to see ya. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Feezy is here. Hey, Feezy. Hey, good morning. Good evening. Feezy is involved in something that we're talking about later as well. I know he's excited about that as well. Perfect. I think that's pretty much everyone. All right. So we usually do start off with a warm up, but because we have a celebrity guest, I did mention if he was okay with this. So I want to give you a little bit of a spotlight, if you don't mind, Zord. Now, a lot of things have been happening in your world. I kind of want to play a little catch up with you. I want to kind of check in with you because it's been a minute since we even chatted. So I wanted to know, how are you? How's your life changed?
For the better and good as well. Super positive, and it's all thanks to the community. I mentioned this on Shane's stream, like we did like a while back. I started working with Hot Toys, and honestly, it's like been like still today. I'm still on cloud 9. It's unreal. Super thankful. I have doing their photography now, so that's what I've been up to now as well. I did do a bit of work with InArt as well, so I've been back to back busy as well. I do have a few more projects lined up, so I'm eager to share it with you guys. I can't really say, but yeah, dude, life's been really good, and it's all been thanks to the community. Like, they've been so positive. They always give me feedback. They always push me to work with certain companies, and they let them know. So yeah, like, bottom of my heart, dude, it's been so good, especially to everybody here. So yeah, that's good.
Now, I do know that even before this affiliation and collaboration with them, your inbox was always flooded with messages, people wanting to know how you did a certain pose, how you did a certain photo. Let us know. Has that just gotten worse, way worse now?
I would say yes, in the terms of, because now that I get not all, but certain figures in hand, I do get more messages, people just asking me exactly how they are and is it legit or not. And then some people are asking me about certain poses as well still, and now more people are coming up to me for photography as well. So there's a lot of new faces, and I've been trying my best to reply to everybody. So if I had not replied to you, I am sorry. So I'm getting through all my DMs. I'm getting through them.
Absolutely. No, we appreciate that. We have a couple comments already. Yeah, Fig Poser wants to let you know, please, bro, put in a good word for early 2000s Marvel love. He wants some early Marvel love. I don't know if he's got that kind of sway, but
I don't think I do, but I can confidently say for Hot Toys, them doing comic lines, that's like kind of like their way of trying to do, like, going backwards and doing certain characters that people have been wanting. So it's a start. So you never know, if you support those lines, they'll look into other IPs as well. That's what I could say.
Absolutely. Feezy letting you know as well. Congrats. Absolutely well deserved. Yes, it is. I do want to open up to my panel again. Whatever you feel comfortable answering, obviously answer it in the way you would like to answer it, Patrick.
Yeah.
My panel. Do you guys anything you guys want to ask specifically to my man Zord, our celebrity guests? I open it up to anybody who has a question for him before we.
I don't have a question. I just want to say, man, like, good job, man. Like,
thank you.
If anyone's deserving of doing the thing, you've definitely proven yourself to be a phenomenal photographer. And the poses you get these guys in when you're doing it, it's pretty sick. I think they could do a hell of a lot worse, to be sure. But yeah, man, really good. Really glad to see you doing it.
Thank you. No, seriously. No, dude. No, seriously, dude. Like if I could give you a hug, I would, dude. Like in person, I would. It means a lot. Like seriously, like these kind of words means a lot to me, and it makes me like just want to, keep doing this, and then like gives me more purpose on the work I'm doing. So like, sounds cheesy, but it's true. Like it means so much to me. So like a straight tearjerker, man. Appreciate you.
I appreciate that. We appreciate you being so humble about it as well, because sometimes there's some people that they'll get something happening to them, and then they're just like, "You're not my friend anymore. I'm too cool for you." But you're not. You're like completely the opposite. So we appreciate that, Patrick.
I didn't
thanks
forget
for hanging
about
out
you,
with
buddy.
us.
I didn't forget about you,
hanging
buddy.
out. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Our common folk.
I've told you, Patrick, congrats multiple times. It was a foregone conclusion that you were going to be at the position that you are now. So congrats on that. And now that there's figures released, now the first thing that I do is where are the Zord blogger photos and the Hot Toys posts?
Those are the ones I want to see.
Yeah, so I go to that first, and then all right, there's no Zord for that one, but this one does, and it's amazing. Like that Batman Returns one that you did with the Amazing Spider-Man base, that was like perfect. Like I wouldn't have even thought about using that, but that works perfectly.
I'll admit to so I will say this: like I didn't grow up in that era of Michael Keaton, so yeah, that will tell you guys my age. But I'll be honest, like when I was doing the project, I was like, I gotta do this figure justice. And then when the photos came out, I was a bit nervous, but dude, like across the board, everybody loved my photos, and dude, I've been so happy that people are just so positive about it, and it makes me happy that I did it good for this Michael Keaton Batman figure. So, dude, thank you, seriously.
Yeah, we were talking about that backstage, and I told you, man, even though you told us that you did that character justice, you had multiple people saying, "Oh man, I need to buy this figure now," that weren't really initially planning to buy this. I know Shane was recently sharing that something like that happened to him with another figure. So this happens a lot. So you making us spend our money, Zord. So you have a little bit of blame there. We appreciate you, but you got a little bit of blame.
Both bad and good, but I think this is what I want from the 1/6 community. I want collectors to be confident in that the figures that they're seeing, it's good. It's not just, oh, I don't know if I want to get it. No, I want people to have that sense of like that demand again. It's just like, oh, the hype is here, or not the hype, but it's just like, yeah, this is a figure I've been waiting for, and yeah, dude, they're delivering on it, and that's why I wanted to be part of this so bad. I wanted to change things because lately, I feel like the 1/6 as a whole it just needs something brighter on the corner. So I'm happy to be part of something bigger now. So. Yeah, dude, I'm happy when you guys say these things. I know it hurts your walls, but it makes me happy too.
And you make SoCal proud, Patrick.
Yeah,
I'm doing my best. Cali representing here.
Absolutely. I want to say hello to a couple more people that just strolled in. S-Beam, thank you so much for being here. He's making his decision already. He's letting you know, Dave, you got this. Oh.
We'll see how it shakes out in the wash.
Did you share some insider info there? Does he know something?
Nope. Been keeping it right here.
Universal Key, hello, my friend. Good to see you. Brick says, bro should work for Mondo as well. He has the best Venom photos. Oh, maybe. He's a busy guy. We'll see. Fig Poser says, yeah, you should. Absolutely. He says, Fig Poser says, just to specify, I meant live action, brother. But thanks for spotting my comment. Yeah, of course. He wants a little, like before the MCU, pre-MCU, which is actually a category. Not for this one, but it is a category that we'll talk about in a segment later. All right. He says, Six Guns Fig says, what's up, boys? Yeah, hello. Good to see you. And Philip the Fool is here as well. Good to see you. And Philly says, congrats, Patrick. Well deserved. One of the hardest working photographers I've seen. That's
Thank
true,
you.
man. You put in a lot of work, man. Like on an average, when you get a figure and you have to get to work and do everything like that, is it like multiple hours across multiple days, or how long is that process?
So if you guys didn't watch, if you guys didn't manage to catch when I did my stream with Shane, I was telling him my process prior to joining with Hot Toys is like I would get the figure in. I would say I would get it and I still have my day job, so I would try and get content out the next day. So I would push like 6 hours just to get both my unboxing and my photos in. And my photos, I do roughly about 20 to 30 photos, and then I try to upload it to Instagram, but their max is 20. So like so that's why I try to so it's like about 6 hours for 20 photos and an unboxing video. So that it's also with my like figure showcases and everything. But I still try to do the same with Hot Toys. I try to meet more because they give me more of a time frame. But yeah, that's like about my runtime. I try to finish everything the day that it receives, but still also not rush the work too. But it's
Yeah,
just
that's
to
one thing.
keep.
That was what I was wondering, because it's like if you, especially, you know, under pressure, like you might feel like, oh man, they need to get this photo out of this figure that just came out, because you know they're gonna release the blogger photos. Like, has that process now changed where like you feel like a little bit more stressed out about it, and you're like, oh man, like I need to really put in these hours quickly and get these photos in, and like, but I don't want to undermine my photos. I don't want them to look lesser than. So like, has your process changed? Are you using more time? Are you spacing it out? What are you doing now differently?
I take the time more to like improve and then fix minor errors, but I don't think it's more stress. I think it's more like I'm nervous because I'm rolling with like people that've been doing photos for Hot Toys and for so long, and then like I'm with other new creators too, like Tom, like Iwatu, and I forgot my other friend. He's from Japan. That's the other vlogger too. But yeah, like it's pretty nervous because you're just now. It's like it kind of feels like I'm kind of at the top, but at the same time, like I still on probation kind of thing. So it's like,
Yeah,
I was like, I gotta do my best here, you know, go beyond my original work. Process changed a little, just because of like things I need to just fix on, but that's about it. Like it's still the same. I try to get my workout done so that they could see it sooner than later. I get deadlines, but I never wait for the deadline. I try to do it before like before the date, like I don't know how many days.
yeah, absolutely. All right, well, thank you so much. Unless there's another question from the panel, we can go ahead and move forward with the show. All right, well, thank you, Zord, for answering these questions. I know it's hard sometimes when someone puts the spotlight. Yeah, go ahead, Phil.
Sorry, I was just going to say, Patrick, with in terms of the poses, do Hot Toys dictate any of the poses at all, or have you just got complete free will? And
I have like complete free will. I just think like I think if there's anything that they don't like, they will tell me. But so far, like they've accepted all of my photos, so haven't had any like feedback with any of my poses. So for the most part, it's been good. So hopefully it continues like that. So we'll see.
Awesome. I appreciate that they're allowing you to be you. They're not trying to convert you to them or their type of blogger or like we need this specific. They're very much allowing you to just basically just be doing what you were doing, but now under their umbrella. So that's awesome.
I think that's what the direction they're trying to go for now. I think they want more control because here in the States, I think it's more like corporate like standards, like to the book. For photography wise, and here in the States, they're very like to the book, to the very tip. Like everything has to be in certain orders. But I noticed working overseas with other companies, they're more free will to let you do what you want and not ruin your creativity. So that's what they're trying to push for overseas more so than here in the States.
Smart. They hire you, they should get you.
Facts.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I 100% agree. 100%. All right, fellas, we will move on. We have a segment. Now, I went ahead and asked you guys, just to go ahead and like prep this segment here. I went ahead and asked you guys, hey, it's like, let me know who was like your first like on-screen crush? Like who was someone that you saw on television or in a film and you were like, yep, that's it for me, you know, like, and I was wondering, I went into each individual panelist to get their choice. So I went ahead and put a little presentation here for us to kind of just discuss this. And guys, in the chat as well, please go ahead and share who was yours. We definitely want to know. Now, we are still missing Marco, so we're going to skip his pick for now because he's still somewhere on a milk carton, right, Shane? So I don't know where he is, but he said he was on a walk somewhere. So, and I was like, well, I guess that must be like the longest walk I've ever seen. But oh no, not yet. Who was your childhood crush? So we're gonna go first with. Now we're gonna go ahead and my pick. Now for me, and I was talking to Shane yesterday about this specifically. There's the first time you notice like someone's really, really cute, and then obviously once you're a little bit older in your teens, you're like, oh man, like there's other different feelings. I was being very broad. Like you didn't have to be like one or the other. It could be whatever you, in terms of your memories, like what really gravitated towards you. And a lot of you guys know, for me, the movie Casper has been something that's always been very impactful to me. It's one of the movies I remember watching. And one of the things I remember about this movie specifically was Kat, or Christina Ricci's character. We were around the same age, I felt like. And I remember watching the film and just thinking like, man, like I'd love to be her friend. I'd love to be with her and go to the dance and do all these things with her. You know what I mean? And that was like, I had never really ever felt that before, up until that I saw that film. So for me, that's who it was. But I wanted to go ahead and ask you guys who it was for you and kind of just get a little bit of a conversation going in terms of why that worked for you. Again, let me go ahead and bring up, I don't remember what order it was, but this one was mine. And on that note, we'll go next to Zord. Now Zord, you let me know Jessica Alba was the one for you. Now how old were you when you saw the Fantastic Four? But I'm assuming that you were mentioning the Fantastic Four was the one for you, right? Where you saw her for the first time?
I would say yes, but I feel like I saw her like in another movie.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure like I was like maybe like close to 10 or 11 or somewhere around there. But yeah, dude, it's just like one of those things where you like you see all these other like famous people growing up, such as like Natalie Portman, and then like other celebrities like growing up, but like it just never crosses your mind. But I don't know, like Jessica Alba had like that stage presence. So like when I first saw her, I was kind of like, damn, yo,
yeah,
I don't want to play with toys anymore. Like that was kind of like that wake up call was like reality hit. I was like, dude, she's pretty. Like that's literally like my thought. Like it wasn't like, oh, she's hot, dude. She kind of pretty. Who is this woman?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Drop all my Legos, everything. Like, yo. I'm
drop the Legos.
Yeah, like that kind of energy. Like it's just like that reality wake up call. So it's like one of those things where like you notice more of these actresses as you grow up and get older. And now it's like you notice what movies they're in the past, and you're like, dude, this is crazy. And like Jessica Alba was like just one of those people that. She was a gem for the time, and now she's not really acting anymore. And now she's with that dude from Captain America, the new Falcon.
Yeah,
that's what shocked me. I was like, no,
no, it should have been me.
That's awesome. I'll admit she's like for sure my first time like starting to crush on like having that celebrity crush, and she's still like on my top like 3 up there with like Natalie Portman. So it's like she's definitely my number 1.
You're singing to the choir, my man. Singing to the choir. Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that, man.
Thank you.
Let's see. Who do we got next? Ooh. Xman. Let us know, man. What is going on? Jennifer Connelly.
Dude, I was probably like 10 when I saw Labyrinth, and like top 2 movies for my entire life after seeing that movie. Up until Deadpool and Wolverine happened and immediately took the number 1 spot. But like, man, I remember seeing her and I was like, damn, this is the most beautiful girl in the world. It is what I thought when I saw her. I was like, man, it's just like, I'm from in the middle of nowhere in Oklahoma. Girls don't look this good here. But like, Yeah, and that's why Paul Bettany is my hero, dude, because he was the same way. And then he actually went and became an actor, and then he actually met her, and they got married and all that, and bastard. But yeah, man, it's
I feel you.
Bastard.
it's yeah.
Should've been me.
But yeah, man, I always have a place in my heart for Jennifer Connelly.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that with us, Xman. Shane, this is your choice.
Swing. I mean, what's to say? Like, I mean, I think at the time there was. I think we spoke about this when you sent me. You asked me, and I was like, I remember being really young, like a kid, and watching the Wonder Years, and like I Winnie Cooper at the time would have been a lot older than I was, but I was like, oh, she's cute. But when I went to see Wayne's World in the cinema, and like, come on, I think I was about like 8 or something. I think we were too young to go see that movie, but I was like, holy shit, this is like a real woman. This is like, you know, she's incredibly beautiful, and her character was just so goddamn cool. She had the confidence, she had the beauty, and she played in a band. And was like, this is what is going on. Yeah, so I recently watched Wayne's World again, and yeah, she's just absolutely stunning. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
Also, no one has named, like, every single woman has been named, and this has been absolutely drop dead gorgeous. You know, so yeah, you're men of incredible taste.
Absolutely. Let's see, who do we have next? Oh, Calvin is not here. Now, Calvin was supposed to join us. Now, this is his pick. Not to spoil it. If he gets here, we can go over it. But this is Miss Stone, Halle Berry from the Flintstones. So that was Calvin's pick. Now, if Calvin can make it, I'll have him share his. This one was somebody else's in the chat. Who was it? I saw it here. So, Fig Poser. This one's for you as well, my man. In the chat, Philip Fool says Kelly Kalapowski. Kalapowski. And we got Linda Carter. We got Eddie Rodriguez says Sandra Bullock. Is it from a specific movie or just in general?
Gotta be Speed, man.
Gotta be Speed.
Yeah.
Jennifer Connelly. All right.
Judge Dredd.
Jennifer Connelly for sure. Yeah. But one was for me was Cameron Diaz in The Mask. Oh yeah, absolutely. I love a In-Art Rocketeer and Jennifer 2-pack. Ooh, what do you think about that, Xman?
I agree.
Someone's knocking. Speaking of, I think he might be right on time. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Hold on. There he is. Oh. Right on time.
The Halle signal went out.
What's up, gentlemen?
The Halle signal was projected, and Calvin's like, I must be here.
The lady calls and I show up. That's how it works.
Manifested.
Calvin, let us know. This was your choice. I mean, honestly, do I have to say anything? I mean, the image is really there's nothing needs to be said.
Yeah, no, actually, that's what I was thinking too, Calvin. I was like, yeah, geez, I'm not really seeing it. I need Calvin here to break down the beauty of this woman. Please continue, Calvin.
I mean, I can't think of one scene in this movie that she didn't steal while she was in front of the camera. So, as she does in damn near all her movies. So, what's funny is he originally had said Celebrity Crush. So I was in my head like thinking like the actual actresses, and then when I looked at the list, I was like, oh, this looks like it's more character based on top of the actress. And I was like, and then she just popped in my head, and I was just like, boom, there it is.
Absolutely. Guys, Marco is here. He arrived.
It definitely didn't deserve that type of introduction, but appreciate it. Sorry for being late.
Just step right off that milk carton, eh?
That's right.
Just came off straight off.
We've got our goddaughter this weekend, so we went on a walk. We had breakfast duty, so apologies, but here right on time to talk about the best topic of the show.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I ran this by Marco. I let him know. Like I was thinking about doing the segment. He was like, "Love the segment," and I was like, "Hell yeah, okay." I always want to run it by you, make sure that you like what I'm thinking about doing. So I know you were excited about this. Your pick was I had put it first because I thought you would be here, but you know you were walking to Mexico and back, so I understand.
Wow, in Mexico, that's great. Super racial.
Hey, we're all Mexican in a way, honorary Mexicans. Even the pasty white guys are here. Honorary Mexicans. Calvin,
That's
you've been an honorary
offensive.
Mexican.
Wow, taking
I'm
shots at everyone
offended.
out there. Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Even Calvin, you've been an honorary Mexican for I don't know how long.
Just a darker shade of brown. That's all.
That's right. That's right. Shane hasn't seen the sun in probably like 3 months, but
No, I read about it in book.
Bro.
Man, I got a 4K the other day, and it was the first time I saw the sun.
People in Oklahoma only think I'm Mexican.
Do
Wait,
they?
you're not?
Do you get that?
All brown people look the same to them. I mean,
amazing.
Oh my! Calvin, Philly wants you to know. Don't forget the Die Another Day swimsuit scene, Calvin. Don't forget. Oh, I'm sure he hasn't forgot.
That's just one of many. Like I said, what movie hasn't she put it on? I mean, that's not even the one scene that we all know that we all speak of. So.
Valkyrie says, even me, yeah, even you, man. You're an honorary Mexican on this show. No te preocupes. Todo bien, mi amigo. Todo bien. Now, Marco, since you are here, this is your pick. Now, before you get into why, because I mean, like Shane made a good point. I'm like, I mean, do you have to explain why they're beautiful? No, but I just want to know kind of like the background in terms of like when you first saw the movie, like your age and that type of thing. Was it this scene in particular?
Man. Yeah, too cool. She don't know what she's doing. She don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, she does. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Perfect, bro. Exactly that scene, man. And yeah, Wendy Peppercorn, looking back on it, beautiful actress. She's kind of mid, if we're being honest. But in the movie, they, with that, scene, with the way they hype her up, I don't know. She just was iconic in this movie. So I love The Sandlot. I watch The Sandlot like all the time. I don't remember what age I first watched it, but yeah, she just stands out as one of those iconic performances. I don't really, Jose, you're the movie guy. What else has she been in since The Sandlot?
You know what? Now that she's older, she was in Scream. She was in the Scream franchise. She was one of the cops. Yeah. Wow. So she's done a couple other things, but she's like way older now. Like she's like, like a mom and all that, and like she don't even look the same anymore because this is so long ago, obviously. So she started in 4, and she came out in the more recent films as well. She came back as a legacy character. So
what was the one? Was it Sugar and Spice, where she was a cheerleader and all her girls were robbing banks?
I don't know that one.
That was
no. Okay. Sugar and Spice. I believe you may be right, but I'm not sure. I don't even remember. I don't even know. I think her actual name. Yeah, Sugar and Spice. But thank you so much, Marco, for letting us know.
So her name was Wendy Peppercorn in The Sandlot Kids, and then she went on to be in a movie called Sugar and Spice. I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Wow.
Also, Patrick, have you watched Honey?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's that movie.
Honey. It was Honey.
Goddamn 5-star masterpiece.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that.
Oh.
Oh, bro.
It's been on my list of things to do for a really long time.
Jessica Alba, Honey?
Yeah.
It's that one. Oh, I was blanking out on that one. Dude, that's the one. And I recently watched it too. Oh my god, what's wrong with me?
There's nothing wrong with you. Nothing at all.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing wrong.
You're only human, man. You're only human.
They also want to remind you she was briefly in Sin City. I'm sure he knows. Boogie Nights, Valkyrie Magnus. TJ Mike is here. Tijuana Mike, mi amigo, ¿cómo estás? Buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? He says, good morning, collectors. Buenos días. Filterful says, Heather Graham. Oh, yeah, okay. Heather Graham. Roller Girl Sixth Scale Collectors says, "What up, boys? Good to see you. Good, glad you guys are here. Thank you so much." All right, guys. I think we've gone through them. Oh, Phil, we're not gonna forget you. Phil, let us know.
What was funny with this is when you asked me who my first childhood sort of obsession was, and I mentioned Kim Basinger, and you came back with, "Oh, Batman." I was like, "Fuck no, 9.5 weeks." She's completely. Probably a film that I shouldn't have been watching. Definitely wasn't age appropriate at the time, but yeah, there were a lot of odd socks in my drawer that summer.
Oh, whoa, hello. Oh,
but yeah,
wow.
fit. Doesn't look so great these days, but sorry guys. Did I lower the tone? I do apologize.
No.
Are you talking about the socks or Kim Basinger?
Wow.
What he meant to say was he was going through a weird Argyle phase. That's all it was.
100%, Dave. You know me better than the rest of this lot.
Oh,
yeah, but she was probably the first actress that kind of made me appreciate the female form. So yeah, love a bit of Kim Basinger.
Understood. No, hey, it's a worthy pick. I had not seen this movie, but I pulled it up when you mentioned it, and I was like, "Oh my!" I was like, "Okay." I sent you the poster, and I was like, "This is what we're talking about," and you were like, "Yep."
Oh yeah, soft porn essentially.
Whoa. Alrighty. We have next. Let's see, who do we got next? Ooh, Harrison. This was your choice.
These are some great picks, guys.
Yes.
Well done.
It was, yeah. When you asked me, when you said my first childhood thing, I went straight to some of the animation. I was like Lola Bunny and things like that. But then I thought, no, this is the one. When I was younger and I was being at the darker phase, a good vampire movie, and Kate Beckinsale was just amazing. So, but particularly Kate Beckinsale as this character in Underworld.
Are you a huge Underworld fan, or do you just like her in the movie?
I do like the Underworld movies. Yeah, no, I do enjoy them. I have seen them all. But it does help that she's the main lead.
Some eye candy, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Before we get into the retrospective, which is one of the main things we're going to do on this show, I do want to have some figure talk, because before last time, I remember, I haven't forgot this, Marco, you know, we were talking too much, and then the comment section was going crazy. They were like, "Can you start talking about toys?" And I was like, we will.
Yeah,
like,
and you learn your lesson. You only 40 minutes into the show now are starting to talk about figures. So well done.
Hey, I often copy my mentors. I mean, Ben Thomas does an entertainment section for an hour, so I mean, I often imitate my mentors.
You got to get better
from you.
I
steal things from Shane. I steal things from Ben. So.
You didn't steal anything from Marco though, because you turn up regularly.
That's right.
Oh,
started on time. Showed up.
We didn't start on time. We actually were a little late. So I apologize to the audience there. We were doing a couple things behind the scenes.
Marco rolled in and went, "Oh, I thought you meant Mexican time."
You get one more, Shane. You get one more. And then we're banning.
Well, remember Shane how he
listen. I behave myself until Zach or Dean starts it, and then it's all bets are off. The same applies in this stream too.
Sorry, Patrick. You didn't know what you were getting yourself into here, but
no, it's cool. I'm happy to be here.
Patrick's okay. He's Irish. Saint Patrick.
Actually, I am named after a saint. I was born in March, so you're right on that, Shane.
There you go. Ooh. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Might need your help, Marco, because I'm having a little difficulty. I'm using a different computer, so I'm trying to go on Facebook to access images. Could you pull up some of the in-art stuff for me? so we can move on in a second.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Because I'm trying to do it here, and I have like 5 different tabs. A couple of comments while you do that. Winona Ryder in Girl Interrupted. That's a good one. I actually really like Winona Ryder in. I just recently saw Dracula with Gary Oldman. I thought that was a really good one as well. So Winona Ryder, that's a great choice. He says Cam Diaz in The Mask, obviously. I was a little surprised she didn't come up with one of you guys, but you guys all had fantastic picks. So absolutely. And Rachel Weisz in The Mummy. Those are all good picks. Fig Poser says Cordelia on Buffy. I agree on that one. That's a good one as well.
Jessica Rabbit, if we're talking cartoons.
Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica
Shots
Rabbit.
fired locally. Valkyrie, he gets your approval there, Harrison, for Kate Beckinsale. Elizabeth says Kate Beckinsale is a queen. And LMFAO, Marco. All right, Marco. Let's talk about that Walking Dead stuff. Let's get into that in a second. As I read here, Adam's comment. Now, Adam says, Kent Beckinsale's Hop, a super narcissistic. Saw her at Comic-Con and couldn't stand listening to her. Oh no.
Way to be a wet blanket, Adam.
I'm gonna give her a pass. You know what? She can act however she wants in my book.
All in favor of a pass? Raise your hand.
She and Jessica Alba can act however they want. All right.
She is gorgeous to me.
Here's another one I'm surprised didn't come up. Salma Hayek. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
All right, Marco. Could you pull that up for me?
Yeah, it's on screen now. You tell me what you want to.
Oh yeah, just click on the images. The Walking Dead. There.
I gotcha.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, now I want to go to you guys about The Walking Dead because I'm really, really amazed by just the artistry of these figures, man. They just look amazing. Now, I've never been huge on The Walking Dead, but the fact they've been able to basically capture the incredible likeness of these figures to that degree, it's absolutely tempting for even the most casual fans. I want to know, like, on the panel here, even if you're not getting these figures, what do you say about InArt stepping up so well with these figures? Now, obviously, they've always been great, but these figures are just, I feel like, next level. How do you guys feel about that? Marco, I want to go with you first. I haven't heard a lot from you since you just got here. You were on your walk, so let us know. What do you think about these figures?
Yeah, I'll keep it brief, but Jose, we've been at, I think, 2 Comic-Cons now where InArt had these prototypes, and they looked awesome, right? And Walking Dead has kind of faded from my memory. Like, the first few seasons was obsessed with it, and then it just kind of overstayed its welcome. But, like, the prototypes kind of reminded me how much I love the franchise. And then it was especially the Daryl prototype that went crazy. So when the first 2 figures dropped, I was like, pass, I'm good. I didn't expect them to drop Daryl so soon after and then put the other ones back up. So yeah, this one's insane. Like, this is kind of got me second guessing a lot of things because I'm trying to be more selective right now, like obviously running out of room here, but it's so freaking nice. It feels like it might deserve a spot in the collection. I'm interested for Shane to tell me why I don't need it, but yeah, this is just like kind of to me like a transcendent piece. Like, it's just really, really that good.
Absolutely. Shane, any comments?
Marco, I think you're so far out of the loop because I ordered all 3 of these directly from
you did,
InArt.
okay.
Yeah.
All 3.
Yeah. And like, it's weird. I've watched all 11 seasons of The Walking Dead twice, but I've also watched all 7 seasons of The Clone Wars, and I wouldn't say I'm a diehard fan of either of them. If I start something, I need to finish it, because then if I say that was shite, at least I have an informed decision, or if I say that was great, it's an informed decision. I'm not just making stuff up. However, I agree with everything, kind of most of what you said about the Walking Dead. This show, if I think of the greatest TV shows that I would recommend to people, like off the top of my head, Breaking Bad, Sopranos, The Wire, and like I could go on, but like I won't. But The Walking Dead, the greatest TV show of all time, it doesn't fit into that category for me because yes, you said it overstayed its welcome. I think it peaked around somewhere between 6 and 8, and then after that, really, and there was a lot of filler. Even in the good seasons, there was a lot of filler. But I specifically remember watching season 2, episode 7, and oh god, you know what? We're past spoilers. The girl walks out of the barn, and Rick has been abused by Shane for like 2 seasons about how he doesn't have what it takes to be a leader, and no one wanted to step up and do what had to be done. And the music and the camera angles and everything, I was like, fuck, this isn't just some zombie show. This is who directed this? Looked it up. Frank Darabont.
Yeah.
What else did he direct?
Green Mile,
Shawshank Redemption. You look up any best, like, and Green Mile, 2 great movies. So like, the great episodes were great, but the sum of its parts, unfortunately, it did overstay its welcome. There was a lot of filler there. There was a lot of repeated storylines, but it gave us some great episodes with some great characters and some tearjerkers and some great action. And I personally love how it became more about the people alive, and how, you know, some people like Rick worked really hard to keep some level of empathy and compassion to make them human, and then other people just didn't care. And that was why Shane and Rick butted heads so much. And I can see Shane's point of view, and it's not just because my name's the same. I was like, yeah, it'd be easier to not take risks and just don't interact with new people, whereas it's harder to do what Rick was doing, to be the good guy and to be the, you know, I'm going to give people a chance, but I'm going to be careful, and yes, they could turn on us, and that. So anyway, my point is, these things are fantastic looking, and I was on a knife edge, and I was really going, do I really need these? And I really enjoyed the show, and I really enjoyed these characters, and these are the 3 characters that I would pick them for make. And I think the free shipping was just a little bit of a push that I needed, and it was well played, because I went free shipping on the 2 of them. And then when Daryl rolled around, I think what actually happened was, and maybe what Jose has told me might actually tie into this, is that they wanted to release all the 3Ds at the same time, season 8. Jose was telling me that Daryl's people, Norman Reedus' people, were saying they wanted, there was talk about maybe being branded the Daryl Dixon show. Inart didn't want that. It makes sense that they wanted to throw these all out at the same time. And I think that's why when Black Friday rolled around, they then said, if you order Daryl on its own, which I did, you get free shipping. But if you want to order 3 again, we'll still honor the free shipping, and there's no price differential. Whereas if I come to order Daryl and I'd have to pay shipping on its own, but then on Black Friday they offered the total packet for free shipping for everyone, I'd be like, that's not fair. Do you know what I mean? So these 3 pieces, if they translate from prototype to product, I think they'll be just phenomenal figures. And I actually went back during the week and rewatched season 1. There's only 6 episodes in it, and I'm not going to rewatch it all. I might rewatch up until Rick disappears, but Marco, sorry, you're talking to the wrong guy here. I think even for the love of the game, if you're not the diehard, these things, they're works of art.
That didn't go as I expected. Gigi, get the credit card ready.
I'm sorry. And you know, I know that the Black Friday deal thing is still open for the next, I think it's for the next 24 hours or something like that, which means you can still get free shipping. They actually got me twice in the one day, because I knew I was going to order this, but I was just going to put a deposit, and I was like, right, free shipping, great, I'll take that, I'll put a deposit. But then if you spent over a certain amount of dollars, you got $20 off, and $80 wasn't enough. I think you'd spend $200. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to pay Daryl off, and instead of getting him for $412 with free shipping, I'll get him for $392 with free shipping.
Couldn't pass it up, bro. You know, the nice thing is that they're licensed here in the States, so we can actually order from, you know, other places that offer discounts.
Yeah.
And same.
Definitely an option as well. Definitely an option. I want to go to Harrison, because I know, Harrison, you were pretty hyped about these as well. Harrison, let me know, is this something you're actually going to pull the trigger on? I know you were thinking about maybe even one of them, right?
Yeah, they're all really, really good. Really good. I was very tempted by Negan, but I did pass on Rick and Negan. But when Daryl was put up, I think he even looked better than the prototype that we first saw when he was on display. He's just looks so good. He's done so well. I love the fact that he's got seamless wrists, so it's all one piece. So he just looks totally seamless. I think his sculpt is even better than the Hot Toys ones. The Sam that they did is really, really good. but this is even better. Obviously the routing is second to none in art. I love the cut that he wears, with the wings on. Just everything about it. I'm like right on the edge with Daryl. I think if I'm gonna he was my favorite character from Walking Dead. I have, just like Shane, I've watched all of it. I've even watched some of the spin-offs. His Daryl Dixon, so it's not too bad. It's not as good, not as at the level that what the original show was, but it's still not terrible. But I'm glad that they did go with this look, because I think his look from his show is not as iconic. But yeah, I'm really just right on the edge with this one. It's just so good, so well done. And one of the ones that there's a picture within it where they've got the way he holds his bow. He holds the crossbow in such a unique way, and one of the arms that they've done has that hand in that position. To be able to do that one, that's exactly how he holds it. So to get the wrist in that position, I'm happy that they did that, because that's exactly how he looks in the show. And you wouldn't be able to do that, I don't think, with a normal wrist peg, not at that angle.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was mentioning earlier. Just like the realism, the artistry that they've put into these figures. It's like, if you're a Walking Dead fan, or even, like I said, just a casual fan, like, these figures are just like, man, I feel like they're so hard to pass up on, because they just look so good, you know? I want to go to, I think, Patrick next. Patrick, what do you think about these Walking Dead figures?
Overall, all three look fantastic. I actually want all three, because before the show I was like a big fan of the comics, and then the show happened, and then they introduced Daryl, and since then Daryl's like been more of my favorite than Rick himself. So when they finally dropped that they're gonna do this, I was fully on board. I don't know when I'm gonna order it, but yeah, I need to order all three soon. Yeah, I'm hyped. They came out great. The rooting is crazy good. Appreciate the forearms. That's really good too. So it's like, all in all, like they've been pretty spot on. Like, I've been enjoying in art like since most of their releases, so I can't complain here.
Absolutely. All right. Is there anyone else that wants to comment? I know there's Walking Dead is one of those, like, it's kind of niche, but it's, it was popular in its day, but now it's kind of falling off. Anyone who has a take on The Walking Dead before we move on?
Fuck Negan.
That's so funny, because I heard so many people during the week saying they stopped watching after that, and they were really annoyed about that. But
yeah,
him doing what he did was like, that solidifies him as, I am a bad man.
Yeah, he couldn't stand the character. He did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I 100% agree. I pulled up the comment by Philly, because this one is this is what I was talking about. Like, he says, they are so good. I've never seen the show, and I PO'd all three. Time to catch up on the show. I'm like,
yes, you did it.
Like, whoa. I was like, wow, Philly. So you haven't even seen the show, but you thought they were so good that you had to have them in the collection. So that's a first. That's a first. All right, guys. So again, any other take? I'll open to anyone who has not spoken yet before we move on.
Does
okay.
anyone think that this is InArt's best sculpt? And if not, which one do you think is their best sculpt?
If not the best, is 1, 2, or 3. It's up there. I thought about buying these just because of how good this looks, and I had to take myself. I had to pull a chain and be like, "Nah, don't need it. But I really did want to pull the trigger on this.
You can't really tell, Harrison, because it's not out yet. If it, in terms of prototypes, I think the best prototype they've ever done was Aragorn, but I think there might have been a slight slippage from prototype to product there. So I suppose it'd be fairer to compare this when it comes out.
That's fair.
But in terms of prototypes, I would agree with you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right. Sorry, trying to do 3 things here at once. All right. So it seems like overall, the general consensus, even on the panel, and I feel like in the community, is that this is a great looking figure. All three of them are great looking figures, and we have people that haven't even seen the show and they're buying it, so they're that good. And I agree. Philly was mentioning, he's like, we saw it at Comic-Con. We did. I saw it. We saw it when we were at their event there at the InArt event in San Diego Comic-Con, and they had the Negan out, and yeah, the artistry was the next level. We were looking at it. It was basically Jeffrey Dean Morgan, in front of you. It was that incredible. So absolutely agree with you. All right. Marco, can you pull up the Catwoman images?
Yeah, but it's the last thing I'm doing for the show. So
yes.
Sorry about that.
Understood.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right, Bill.
Well said, Calvin. Elizabeth giving some props there. Clinton Martin says, these look great, but I've lost my interest in The Walking Dead. Kind of looks like the Mando line. Oh, okay. When it was good, I wanted it all, but then it kind of fell off, and now it's just not as appealing anymore. Okay, I see the comparison. I understand. All right. The Catwoman. Now, this is one we were all excited about. There's been some previous versions we perhaps weren't as happy with. Now, InArt has produced a new Catwoman for us to purchase now. Now, I'm very, very excited. I've always liked Anne Hathaway's performance in this film. I always felt like, even though she has a smaller role, a supporting role, I've always felt like it was very impactful and it very much fit within the world that Nolan had built. Because it's like, I feel like Michelle Pfeiffer works for the Tim Burton universe, right? Like, she wouldn't necessarily work for Nolan and vice versa, right? So I always felt personally that she had done a very good performance. So I've always wanted a Catwoman, but I've never been satisfied with the other previous offerings. So when this was announced, I had heard, obviously we had seen some prototypes in the past that were, a work in progress to say the least. But now InArt has shown their official prototype now. I want to go to Shane, because I know Shane's one of the biggest The Dark Knight trilogy fans on this panel, including Marco and a bunch of us. Again, we all love The Dark Knight trilogy, but I think you're the one who has like 15,000 copies of these movies. Shane, let me know. You were excited about this when me and you were chatting back and forth about it. Let me know. You have it secured, right?
Sorry, I'm eating mince pies. They're lovely. Yeah. Certain IPs I have no interest in. Something from the sequels, no interest. Just an easy example. Sorry, low-hanging fruit. But something from the Dark Knight trilogy, my default setting is I'm going to take a look. But I mightn't necessarily buy from it. For example, I don't own an armory yet. And part of that would be probably because the suit that comes with it, InArt are apparently inevitably going to do it sometime in 2032, and that'll probably be the one I'm going to go for. So I've sat out in the two armories. I want to see what they do. So my default setting for the Dark Knight trilogy is I'm going to give it a look. I had the 2.0, the Hot Toys on this on order. That did not turn out well. I think it might be the only thing. I think I've only ever cancelled one, maybe two things before. I was like, no, not getting it. And I was waiting to see what this was like. The first two iterations, the first few times we saw it, wasn't too impressed. However, Aragorn, the first time I saw that, wasn't great. Even the first prototype, actually live prototype from a con of the Heath Ledger Joker wasn't particularly great. So they gradually improved, and these photos look stunning. So yeah, unfortunately not worldwide. Put a deposit on from Lion Rock last Friday. Yeah, looking forward to this. I think this just looks incredible. I hope there's no slippage from proto to final product. I will say, I'm in the field of like, I really like the magnet bases, and I wish they hadn't abandoned them and just kind of dialed it in and tried a bit harder to get it working. Because I have that Officer K from Poor Toys, and that thing is stuck to that magnetic base. It's not that hard to do. I wish they continued, but look, they're not going that direction. They're phasing it out. But the crotch grabber here, I do think the bit around the crotch should be black, because it does stand out like a sore thumb. But that's it. This is definitely Hunnam.
Absolutely. All right. There he is. Gio, you're back.
Yeah.
Gio, let me know. I know you've been a little apprehensive about like with your collection. You want to make sure that you don't buy, a lot of things. You want to just buy select figures. The Catwoman that you were talking about, and you were mentioning, it's something I'm considering, but I'm not sure. How are you feeling today? Is it something that you might chase down later? Is it something you're like, I'm gonna get it eventually, or I'm gonna pass on it because I don't need it? How are you feeling right now?
I'm still considering possibly getting this. I'm not entirely sure though. I have the Bane 2.0 Hot Toys figure, and obviously I have a Bale Batman and the Heath Ledger Joker. So I feel like I should get this. I definitely didn't like the Hot Toys version. This one is much better. I just don't know if I want to drop any kind of money on this right now during this holiday season, so I might just wait if I still can early next year. But I haven't fully decided, but I'm definitely not completely out on not getting this, so I might still get it.
Got it. Okay. You might need a little convincing. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
All right.
I want to go to Harrison. Harrison, you've been telling me that you also are very apprehensive. Now, the Dark Knight trilogy you like, but it's not your favorite. You have another Batman that's your favorite, which everyone has their individual Batman, so that's totally okay. But you were considering this Catwoman to pair up with a Christian Bale Batman, and that would be kind of your display. Is that correct?
Yeah, I do enjoy the Nolan trilogy. My hot take obviously is I prefer Rise over the rest of them, but so this one is very tempting for me, but I do need a Bale first, unfortunately, and we haven't seen an Arts Bale yet, which I do think is going to be really good. But she's another one just like the Daryl. They're Art are doing pieces that are just so good that they're hard to pass up on. Thorin was another one from The Hobbit. It's not a line. I'm doing the Lord of the Rings line, but I wasn't really thinking of The Hobbit, but he just looked so good. So they're very hard to pass up on, and she's just the same. She, out of all of the Catwomen that we've seen, she's definitely the best by far. And I think some of the best hair rooting that I've seen yet out of all of the figures. I think her hair's been done really, really well. It looks very natural at the seam. I think the Hot Toys one was okay, but the hairline was just not to the standard I think modern Hot Toys or in art are at the moment. So no, I think she's definitely a maybe. But until we see a Bale, it will be a no, just because I need to see if he's the one I want first.
Got it. Understood. Patrick, is this something you're looking at for your personal collection?
Yeah, I wanted just to round out the Dark Knight trilogy. I just need this, and I need a Scarecrow and a Two-Face, so like I need a Catwoman, so I'm all on board on it. I love the sculpt they did. I'm curious how you could remove the mask. Like I want to see it in hand, like how they do it. Just because like I'm curious with the hair. That's all I've been curious about with this figure. But other than that, I'm like fully on board with it. Something I probably would just order till once they say it's available somewhere. But I haven't had the chance to pre-order this yet though.
Yeah, no worries. No, but yeah, especially if you're building the whole kind of collection there with your Dark Knight display, I think you should consider having the Catwoman in there with, with your Jokers and your Two-Faces and your Scarecrow. The Cillian Murphy Hot Toys looks incredible. So yeah, that's one I have on order. I'm a huge, just like Harrison was sharing that Rise is his favorite. My personal favorite is actually Begins. Now I do understand the Dark Knight is the Dark Knight, but for me, my personal favorite has always been Begins. So anything from Begins always gets my attention. So I'm really excited about the Cillian Murphy.
No, bro, I will back up your claim. I think Begins is so much better in the sense of world building. Because I don't know why. If you watch Begins, like the way they're trying to build Gotham or show it, it's so different. And then once Dark Knight hits, you could tell it's like a whole 180.
Yeah. They're like, let's just do a normal city instead. Something stylized, right?
But then when you watch Begins, it's like, dude, they're trying to do like a gritty Gotham, and then his suit was more like a legit like Batman suit, and then his next one is like, it makes sense for the reason of like practical purposes, but dude looked like a, I don't know, it just looked like it just looked weird to me. I don't know. It's still nice, but yeah, The Begins, like, I think it's pretty up there. Heath Ledger's just what carries Dark Knight, but I think overall, like, Batman Begins is something like for the modern, or for the time, like a good introduction to like a Gotham City like that, especially for Batman. So I stand on that claim.
I will say that it was a good idea for Nolan to pick Chicago to be set as Gotham City, you know, after Batman Begins, and I really appreciate being able to go to Chicago and go to a lot of locations that they actually filmed. The Dark Knight and even Dark Knight Rises. So I really appreciated that when I went. So I was trying to visit some of those sites, but yeah, I think they both worked very well.
Absolutely. I want to go to Phil. Phil, you've been a little quiet. I haven't heard from you for a second. You're definitely getting this, right?
I'm not. No. It's another incredible figure by Ian Art, but I'm similar to Harrison. I just want the Bale, and that would probably do me. So,
okay,
I am kind of interested in the 112th version, because I bought the 112th Bale Batman, which is in itself is an incredible figure. But I'm still on the fence for that at the moment. But yeah, I won't be picking this up, not anytime soon anyway, until 2032 when that Bale Batman comes out, as Shane said.
20, you said 2032?
2032, yeah.
I mean, I don't think you're far off, man. I don't know what they're doing, but that's way too long. I want to go Calvin. I know you love Catwoman. I think you love all versions of Catwoman. What are you thinking? Is this one going to come home?
Meow. Damn right. My plastic crack dealer hit me up just before Black Friday, gave me the details on it. I put mine down and I'll wait for the rest of the invoice. I did not get the Hot Toys version, and I went with the Queen Studios statue with her.
That's a really good one. Yeah,
the Bat Pod. So I have one in the perfect pose, and then I'll have this one where I can pose her with the rest of the guys.
Beautiful. I love that.
You're waiting on that Halle Berry Catwoman, though, aren't you?
I'm waiting on that one too. You damn right. You grabbed my mind, Shane. The hell with the movie.
Hey, you know what? I feel like, say what you will about the movie, because obviously it's not good, but the Halle Berry, if they made that into a figure and it was really, really good, I think people would buy it.
Stop it.
But I mean, it's a hot take. I think people would buy it.
I would do it.
There we go. See,
for the collection.
There we go. You know? That's right, for the collection. I guess if people
can you imagine the photography of that figure with Zord? Shit. Come on,
straight to jail.
That's right. 25 to life. But I guess if people are buying the George Clooney Batman, then anything's on the table at that point.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Look, the blue one got sold out in a day.
So then we'll need the Sharon Stone figure.
That's a travesty.
Wow.
By the way,
Marco, what are you thinking about this figure?
Okay, so I'll preface this with saying I'm trying to be more selective. We just bought a new house. Everything that InArt is doing is just like so high quality, right? And I didn't think I needed a Catwoman necessarily. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'd draw the line at, 10 Jokers and then a Bane or two and Scarecrow and added Two-Face along the way, like Patrick was saying. But this looks so good. I'm not convinced with the mask off. Like, I still think it looks a little bit soft with the mask off, but with the mask on, like that's art right there. So yeah, it's one that I think I've done a 180 on because it just looks so freaking good. And there might be room in the Dark Knight display for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely. I think there's room. And then come on, like, you got 10 Jokers. You can make room for one Catwoman. I think.
Only seven.
Isn't the point of buying a bigger house to allow yourself have more space for important things like
the collection room actually got smaller though. That's the tough part. So It's a catch-22.
Gigi got you. She got you good, man.
She fooled me. She fooled me.
She pulled the wool over your eyes.
She really did.
Oh my god, I can't out talk. Last one, Xman, I haven't gotten your take. Please let us know. What do you think about this Catwoman? I've heard your take a couple times, but I think it's slightly changed because I enlightened you. So go ahead.
No, yeah, you showed me the light. Even before that though, this is a phenomenal figure. Like it's a fully seamless body, which makes, some people may not say, but it does make a huge difference. When you're in a suit like this, even when the joints are covered up, you don't get those ugly, weird angles with the double joints. I hate that so much. And with this, you get what looks like an actual person's elbows look, you know? The knees are right. This looks phenomenal. This is a great figure. See how she's sitting and she doesn't have that weird friggin' like gap like right in the middle of her butt? That's not supposed to, that's how this is supposed to look. This is great. This is a fantastic figure. And I'm very tempted to get this because it's just, it would be art for the sake of art in my case, because I don't have a single Dark Knight figure in my collection. And this would certainly be the first if I were to get her. But I'm very tempted because she's a great looking figure. And I did like her a lot as Catwoman. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Do you have any Dark Knight trilogy figures?
Not one. Not one.
Okay.
I was gonna get Joker, the Hot Toys one that most recently came out, the purple coat and all that, and I decided to put my figure funds elsewhere, especially with all the Deadpool and Wolverine stuff. But that's something I may revisit because I really do want that Joker, and I feel like this would be a great figure to have in the collection as well. It's you have to appreciate the artistry of this. You just have to.
I agree. Like even people that are not getting the figure, like someone like Phil, you know, like we could admire it and be like, man, we understand how great this figure looks. Happy for everyone else who's not who's getting it. But again, we have obviously got to be, you know, cautious about what we're spending our money on. So I definitely see where Phil's coming from and Marco in regards to like, hey, like, you know, there's all these things and I got bills and I got rent, I got a mortgage, I got all these things. So we definitely got to be careful where we spend our funds. But I think that this one it's truly exceptional. So I definitely think it's one of these figures that if you do love this interpretation and you do love this trilogy, you definitely should consider. All right, guys, I think we got everyone's take on that. So thank you, Marco. Again, you are relieved of that duty. So you can go ahead and remove this from the screen. And I believe we can start moving forward to the last two segments of the show. Oh, is Marco gone? I think he might be. There he is. Oh, there we go. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Now, guys, we're going to go into this segment here. I want to call it the year one retrospective. It's going to talk about previous pitches. So a couple of guys are on here that did their pitches, and we're going to be discussing all the pitches that have occurred on this show. So let me go ahead and bring it up. Now, I wanted to go over this because just as a way of like celebrating everyone who's come on this show, but as well kind of just have a quick discussion in regards to what the figures were pitched, what you thought about their presentations, if you want to talk about that, what you thought about the end result. I know Shane still talks about what happened on his pitch. So I wanted to go over, me and Harrison, we pulled up the data, right? Harrison, we got the numbers in regards to what happened in these pitches. So I wanted to talk a little briefly. Again, I'll go through these pretty quickly. But again, if you guys have anything to share or any comments, some of you guys have been present as guest judges. Some of you guys have been competitors. So I wanted to go over these with you guys. First, I want to go over with our first, again, because it is our 1 year anniversary, 1 year from today, we had our very first show which was Collector Joey against Brick Artemis. Now, Collector Joey was supposed to join us because of this segment, but he got sick. He was in New York, and I don't know what happened. Maybe he was eating something that he shouldn't have, or some food poison. You know how it happens when you're traveling. So he was supposed to join us, but he couldn't make it. But in our debut episode a year ago, Brick went up against Collector Joey, and we had a total score. So we had 17 votes. We didn't have a percentage because at that time Marco was not on the show. It was actually Gigi joining us. So we did an old school tally vote, and it was split 10-7. So Brick won. Now what they pitched was these two designs here. So Brick Artemis went ahead and pitched the Ninja Turtles with a 4-pack. So he went with the 4-pack. He went big on this one. He pitched all 4 of them, and he pitched them to Hot Toys, while Joey went ahead and pitched Dr. Alan Grant, and he did a whole diorama base, a raptor that would be included with this. However, again, he ended up coming up short. Guys, in regards to this presentation from a year ago now, do you think the right man won? I'm going to go to Shane first.
Brick won. Did
Yes.
he? Yeah. No disrespect to Joey, but I think, I just think 4 versus 1, the full set of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the time. The Mondo hadn't put up that 1 6-scale Mikey for solicitation. So I think in terms of the one thing I've learned is that it's not about what you want and what you think cool. It's about what the people want and the masses and the collectors. So yeah, I think Brick played to the crowd here and did it well. Turtles are popular, full set, 6-scale. Yeah, like I think they, yeah.
Yeah, it was close. Brick is here. Hello, he's here. I told him we'd be talking about him. There he is.
Behind his back.
How dare you? He was just waiting. He's like, Shane's gonna say something bad.
Yeah. No, I think it was smart. Yeah. But I think a lot of people would like Alan Grant as well, but it's 4 versus 1 for starters anyway, so it's,
Absolutely. Zord, I want to ask you a different question.
Yeah.
Which one of these would you actually buy? Because you're like, photography wise, I'd go insane on these. Which one would you really want in your collection? Like, you have both boxes right there, and they're like, take one. Which one you taking?
Oh, okay. Are we talking? Wait, you said collection wise or photography wise?
Both. How about both?
Oh, okay. I'll go TMNT. Like, I love dinosaurs. I love Jurassic Park, but like photography wise, I think I would love to take my chance with TMNT figures, because like I haven't seen it in like 1/6. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Xman, what do you think? Did Brick, did he do the wise choice of pitching this 4-pack? Was this the correct choice, the correct winner?
I think in any matchup, the Turtles are the only choice.
What about Turtles versus Wolverine?
We've got a lot of Wolverine. We got a lot of Wolverine, and I'm happy with what we have. We can always use more Wolverine, but the thing is we've had maybe 2 6-scale versions of the Turtles, both done by Mondo, the old comics versions, and finally we're seeing more 6-scale Turtles. But at this point in time, nothing was happening, and we have every other scale of Turtles. They've gone to 10th scale on Turtles, but for some stupid reason, nobody ever wanted to do 6 scale, and it makes absolutely no sense. So yeah, the Turtles, you got to have the Turtles. Nobody doesn't love the Turtles. I'm sure somebody is going to say I don't love the Turtles because I said that, but
Shredder doesn't love the Turtles.
Well, Shredder's stupid.
Yeah.
But the Turtles are just the most phenomenal choice, and I'm so glad that we're finally getting some. But I would like to see the proper 1990 movie Turtles in 6 scale. That would be great.
Absolutely. Harrison, same question for you, but I also want to include in terms of your collection. So, in terms of audience, was the correct choice done in terms of like this should be made because the audience and the community would get behind it, but also let me know in terms of your collection, was there one that you'd have a slight preference over?
Yeah, I think the audience chose right. I think that more people would want the turtles than Alan, but for me personally, I would choose Alan over turtles. I love Jurassic Park, and I would love to have an Alan Grant in the collection, especially with a raptor. So I would choose that over the turtles every day. But most people would choose the turtles, and I do agree to a point. I think for those fans, they do deserve to have them in 1/6 scale. So I don't think people chose wrong when they were voting, but I do kind of wish that Alan won as well, because I think it'd just be so good, and Jurassic Park's amazing.
Absolutely. Same question to Phil.
This is probably my sort of favorite representation of the turtles. Plus, you're getting a completed line there, whereas with Hot Toys reputation, you get the Alan Grant. You're likely to get anybody else. And there's no way you're going to get a 1/6 T-Rex, let's be honest. But I do like Joey. I liked Joey's pitch. I liked how this figure could look, but for me, it's definitely the turtles. I say this is my favorite representation of TMNT, and you get the complete line. Which, if you've got a single module case or Lalidons or whatever the case may be, you can get away with squeezing all these in.
Yeah, I do feel like it would be weird to if they only made one, or you only buy one. Maybe they made all four, but you could buy them separately. How could you just buy one? Maybe you just buy your favorite, right? But it would look strange, right? Only having one of them when you should have all four. I think that's that's the tricky thing with the turtles.
I mean, based on this pitch, it's all four, thankfully. But I mean, you've got the Bad Batch. Yeah, you've got all 5 figures, but we never had a Mega. I know technically she's a child and they don't like making children for whatever reason, but you would get all 4 turtles there, so that would be the selling point for me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, for sake of time, guys, we'll breeze through Gio, Calvin. No, Calvin's huge on turtles. So Calvin, let me get your quick point on this.
Short and brief. Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds.
Beautiful. Gio, you got anything to add before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of you guys know that I'm a big Jurassic Park fan. I dressed up as Dr. Alan Grant for my Figure Sock Halloween special. So of course you would think that I would pick Dr. Alan Grant, but I actually picked the turtles. I just think it would be more better for sales. A lot of people like Jurassic Park and the characters. I'm not entirely sure how a Dr. Alan Grant would sell compared to Ninja Turtles. So that's why for that particular stream, I voted for the Turtles. And as some of you guys know, I do the Fantasy Figure Zone, and I have panelists submit characters throughout 2 years, and over 300 characters. No one ever selected a Jurassic Park character as a fantasy figure pick, myself included. So that's what I think. And the Turtles have been, and then Mondo just recently did the 1/6 Donatello, and I'm planning on getting those. But realistically speaking, if they were to do a Dr. Alan Grant, I would get him.
Yeah,
but,
personally.
But those are my thoughts there.
Awesome. All right, guys, we're going to try to breeze through. So if you have something to share on the other pitches, I'll definitely go ahead and allow open discussion there. But let's move on, because we do have a couple of these, and then we do have our big main event with Zord and Xman. So I know they're itching to get there. So let's go ahead and breeze through. So our next one was my man, Thrawn's Office, or better known as Mike Litteris, going up against Nick's Collectibles. Now, this was back in January. It was a total of 28 votes. Percentage-wise, it went to 53% to 46%, approximately split of 15 to 13. And Mike won this one. Now, what were the pitches? Mike pitched Cara Dune from The Mandalorian, which I think would be extremely popular. And Nick Collectibles went ahead and pitched a Roman Reigns from the WWE. Both of them, I believe, were artisan. Guys, who wants to share in terms of this pitch? Mike won, and I think it was, I guess it was pretty split to the benefit of both competitors here. But are we all assuming that Cara Dune would be the more popular figure, or is there someone on the panel that is saying, no, you know what, like those WWE figures, they might have something?
I think
Woke is dead. Let's go, Cara Dune. She's back.
I think the WWE is still pretty popular, and we don't really have a 1/6 representation of any of those WWE characters. So that's why I voted for WWE character Roman Reigns, even though I don't really follow it anymore. It's been like 20 years since I did. So that's why I kind of voted for that. But I can see both of them selling.
Yeah. And I love that you're sharing who you're voting for. So guys, if you remember you were watching this episode, even if you weren't on the panel or you were on the panel and you recall who you voted for, please go ahead and chime in and let us know who you voted for and if you might have changed your mind about it. So yeah, I think both presentations were excellent. Both of the guys were very enthusiastic. They both got very into it. I was very proud. This was at the point where they were doing basically everything. I was not very involved in the presentations. So I was very proud of both of these gentlemen in regards to their pitches, because they basically came up with these designs on their own. So I was very, very impressed. Any thoughts, guys, on these ones before we move on to the next one?
No, they definitely need to do a Cara Dune. We should pull their fingers out, but it's never going to happen. But yeah, I voted Cara on that one.
Absolutely. All right, now the next one. Now Shane is, hopefully he can make it right back. But this was the next one was Shane against Gio. So we'll go to Gio first because he was actually there with his thoughts. But we'll go over what were the results. Now, I know Shane's been a little upset about this one for a while, but again, we had a total votes of 21. Percentage-wise, it was 52% to 47. So it was pretty close, Gio. Approximately split 11 to 10. So again, pretty close. These were the pitches. Now, I was hoping Shane would be here to see this one, but I think he's still on his way back. But hopefully, Gio, you'll go ahead and share your thoughts about the results. As I show this, I went ahead and actually created these designs for you guys. I didn't have the time to do it for everybody, but you guys went ahead and created your mock-ups. I went ahead and created some updated versions for you guys. Gio, you won this matchup. How do you feel about the end result? And do you feel the audience was right in voting for you?
Yes, I think the audience was right. And I won against all odds because the majority of the panel voted against me, except Ms. Vita, who voted for me. And then when she presented, then I voted against her. But still.
But the way you just threw that in there, it was like, oh man.
Yeah, sorry, Vita, if you're listening to this right now, but it was all business. So J. Jonah Jameson, I'm surprised that no one has made him, considering all these Spider-Man figures that have been announced by Hot Toys and just basically any manufacturer. There's a shitload of Spider-Man, and it's like, okay, why not do one J. Jonah Jameson, especially with J.K. Simmons from, arguably, some people really prefer the Tobey Maguire, the Raimi Spider-Man films.
Trilogy. Yeah.
And I think it'll be easy to do. I guess the most expensive thing will be maybe the likeness of J.K. Simmons. I don't know how much he would charge for that now, but so I thought to me it was kind of like a no-brainer, and I know there was a lot of Spider-Man fans that watched this show, so that was a little reason why I did that. But yeah, I would get this perfect character, on top of other. If it's not a Spider-Man villain, like a full-on Spider-Man villain, I think this character goes very well with any Spider-Man. I would say if they're wearing the costume, so that's why I picked that. And ultimately, I did end up winning, but yeah. Shane's pick was awesome too. So that was a great one as well. So.
Yeah. So Shane, you're back. We went over the data here. So again, 21 votes, percentage 52 to 47. It was a split of about approximately 11 to 10. So it was very, very close. Shane, I was letting them know that I went ahead and made a little updated mock-up. Now, you did some great mock-ups yourself, but I wanted to surprise you guys with these mock-ups that I made for you guys. AI generated, of course, but this was your pitch. Now, how do you feel about it looking back, reflecting on this presentation?
I remain firm that this is the one on the left is a better figure. No, basically what it taught me was you don't need to pick what you like. You need to play to the crowd. So like, I would, if I was to do it again, I'd be like, what does everyone want? Obi-Wan Kenobi from episode 1, or Jake Lloyd from episode 1. You know, because basically pick something that hasn't been done from Star Wars. And yeah, but then again, like, I'm not a Raimi fan, so obviously a lot of people love this guy. So yeah, so I really want the figure on the left though. Yeah, but it'll never happen because it's a child. But we might get Ripley.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe, right when you were sharing your thoughts on yours, Jim came in, and I was like, oh, if Jim's watching, then Vita's probably not far behind. And she said, what time to enter? Hearing my name. Good evening, all. So she heard you.
Yeah, that's scoot over. Yeah, she heard that part. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, thank you guys for reflecting back on your presentations there. Let's move forward. Now, the next one was Ben Thomas going up against Jay Feasy. Now, this one was interesting as well. We had some kind of, I feel like more of a niche characters that we picked. Now, this one was split 13 to 11 with a total of 24 votes. Now, Ben won this one. Now, Ben won with Austin Powers. Feasy went ahead and pitched The Lord of Darkness from Legend. Now, we were just recently talking about this last night. I want to go to Xman real quick because we were just talking about this. Xman, do you think the right person won here?
Oh, it's a tough call, man. Because Austin Powers I would love an Austin Powers figure. I would also love a Darkness figure. I feel like it could go either way. I'm happy with either one winning, honestly. I think they're both great. I'd love to see both of them.
Yeah. Oh, Feasy's in the chat, and he's, you know how he says it in Geo stream. Darkness. Easy, man. Glad you're still here watching. I wanted to surprise you. I made this little mock-up here for you for the Lord of Darkness for you, and Geo echoing as well. Yeah, it's a tough one. Anyone familiar with both IPs that wants to comment on any of these?
I will just say this was a fun matchup. I remember this episode, but to Shane's point about playing to the audience, although the Legend figure looks really cool, it was just really obscure, and I feel like it's an uphill battle to try to win when you're picking. Not saying you can't do it, but it's an uphill battle when you pick such an obscure character. But you felt his passion, right? It's something that he really wants, and so I think that passion comes through. So it's kind of a catch-22 in a way.
Absolutely. I think Harrison, you can vouch for this because your character was, and we'll get into it in a moment, but your character was kind of obscure, but your presentation, and again, Feasy's, the passion came through so well that, you know, it's kind of like you rally the audience for you. Did you see this with this one? I know you were revisiting this episode when you were getting the data.
Yeah. I think if you're playing to the audience, you're going to win. But I think if you also pick someone that you really love and show how much you love it, I think you can definitely sway the audience in your favor. It just really depends who you're up against at the time. I think if it's two very popular characters, you're very unlikely to win if it's an obscure one. But I do think it will happen. I think we are going to have one where eventually someone, the one that you don't think will win. I think it could even be a video game one. When I was watching, there was a few video game pieces that were put up. So I think it will happen one day.
Absolutely. All right. And let's move it. Let's get this show on the road. The next one, this one was a really good one as well. This one's one Adam 12 going up against Reverse Zeo. Both of them brought it. Total votes, 25 votes. Percentage wise, it went to 51 to 47. A split of 13 to 12, with Zeo winning just ever so slightly. His pitch was the Peter B. Parker Now, one that's definitely missing from this particular line of the Spider-Verse. So I'm not sure what's going on with Hot Toys not making this particular figure. Now, I went ahead and shared the official image of the Hot Toys because Adam had a prototype in hand that he was displaying during his pitch, and it actually got fulfilled. He's one of the people that had an actual presentation get made. So awesome to Adam. Guys, I want to go to, I'm trying to remember, Marco, you were here for this one. You remember this pitch?
I do remember this pitch, and yeah, the Han I think is what I ended up voting for, only because it's like, yeah, it's from a beloved movie. It makes sense that if they just did another version recently, that they're going to get around to this. And sure enough, you know, it was kind of low hanging fruit. So, but yeah, this was a great matchup because it would really be cool to see Peter B. Parker, right? Is the yeah. It'd really be cool to see that figure eventually because I love. Remind me of the actor's name again.
Jake Johnson, who voices
Johnson,
the Peter B. Parker,
from New Girl. Like, yeah, it would just be cool to have that representation. I'd laugh every time I see it.
Absolutely. I want to go to Patrick on this one because Patrick, I know that you can pose the hell out of these Spider-Man figures, but I know you love Star Wars as well. Again, if which one would you go for? Did the right person win here?
Yeah. yeah.
All right, so Peter P. Parker, you'll take Peter P. Parker over Han Solo?
Yeah, I mean, I do love Star Wars, but it's like I also want to complete my Spider-Verse. I don't know why. So I would fully support, like, yeah, let's make a Spider P. Parker. The crowd's been wanting it. And I feel like overall, like when you have something that majority of people have been wanting, it's like you sway towards that too a lot more. And something that's been hot, like right now the Spider-Verse is so hot and the wait for it is crazy. So it's like people would weigh on this more, like overall audience wise, compared to like the small collector wise. But like the general audience, the Spider-Verse would go all the way. Yeah.
All right. Just for the sake of time, we'll push through. Next one. Now they're in the chat, so guys, definitely make sure you let them know how you really feel. We're gonna go with this one in regards to the results, which was 16 total votes. Now, percentage-wise, this one was kind of a landslide. 68% to 31%. Now, Vita went ahead and took this one 11-5 approximately split, with Vita winning this one pretty decisively. Now, if we look at the presentations, what did they pitch? Now, Vita went ahead and pitched Elizabeth Swann from Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, she went ahead a full-on sculpted and artisan version for this one with a diorama base and really sold this figure very, very well. But we also had the Padawan, the one that, you know, Shane, you just brought it up earlier in terms of playing to the audience. The Padawan Obi-Wan was Jim Collector's pitch. Now, he ended up losing this one. Shane, what do you think about this one? I think you did see this one. What do you think about this? How the results came out?
Well, I can't remember how the results came out, but I know I would have voted for the Padawan Obi-Wan because I know that like so many people want it. But maybe Vita worked her charm and won the audience over with a passionate pitch, and they chose the other one. I know there's a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean fans out there, so but yeah, I'm surprised Hot Toys haven't done the one on the right yet. But what were the results? Or are you gonna?
These results, let's go. Yeah, they were percentage wise, 68% to 31%. Total.
Whoa, landslide.
Votes. Yeah, that one was a total landslide. I think Vita was commenting. It looks like you have a visitor. You have your doggy with you.
He just got groomed, so he smells.
Oh, little buddy.
Yeah, lovely.
Shane, I've got a visitor as well.
Do you have a pancake?
Oh
no, even better. Let's see. Can you hide that comment, please?
I can't see.
Wait,
Jose.
Hold on. I'm going. There we go.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
I can't see anything.
Hold on. How do you full screen? Can you full screen yourself? How do you do that?
You're asking a lot of me, bud. All right.
My god!
You just click the on your profile or on.
Oh
your,
wait,
your
hold on.
profile.
Wait, hold on.
Can't do it.
No, that's me. I don't want to
That
do
is
me.
you, Marco. You look so weird today. You look
This is
different.
rookie
Hello.
season right now.
Stunt double.
I would
Look,
do
we're
me.
TikTokers.
It was too
Oh.
much. It was too much build up for something not that impressive. This is a very old news by now. But
I think it
I'm just
actually is
barely
quite
getting to
impressive.
it.
Hey, mine's still on the way, so it's news to me, buddy.
Okay, all right. See, we're in the same boat, bud.
Are you impressed?
Yeah, incredible. Very impressed. Very, very.
So I have a question. Did yours come off
Yeah.
the stem?
I haven't tried yet. I'm scared.
I can't get mine off the stem.
Oh no, you see.
Oh yeah, you
Really?
have to really twist around. I actually had to read the instructions on
I
that
feel like
one.
I'm about
It's,
to break it because I've twisted and turned, pulled, and it won't come off.
did,
So
did you
I'm like,
did you have a look at the instructions? Sorry, I know that's a stupid question, but did you? Because I couldn't figure it out until I did actually look at it, and I was like, oh, I was doing something wrong, but I can't remember what it was.
Okay, well, maybe I'll try again. But they already sent me a replacement at this point because I was like, I'm about to mess this up if I pull any harder.
Yeah. I'll probably
Oh, it's
go.
actually is it
man.
like stuck on it?
Yeah, like I tried
Maybe
to
the-
unscrew
maybe
the
it's glue.
bottom, and that's that the bottom screw stripped on me. So I was like, all right, I'm done.
Yikes. Okay. Hopefully not.
Oh man. Ooh, I'm nervous now.
Careful, guys. Mine was a little tough too, but it was able to come off. Like once I put a little bit of force in it, it came off.
Yeah,
Good
I
to
remember
hear that
I was
they-
like, I couldn't figure it out, and then I had like I rarely have to go to the instructions, but I had to go to instructions. Like, all right, that's what I'm doing wrong, but I can't remember what it was.
Great to hear that he got a replacement though, Calvin.
Yeah, the first thing I'm gonna do is read the instructions.
Yeah, definitely do it.
Yeah, I went to public school, so that's not going to be my strong suit. I'm just going to twist and see what happens.
Yeah, those instructions, they'll be in English, Marco. I'm just saying. You know, so.
Still not. You'd think that would help, but
It doesn't. It doesn't. All right. Tiny art guy, Bob, our friend from the Hope Show, he says, is Vita's victory over Jim the biggest margin of the year? I got to go to my data guy. Harrison, is that a fact?
I think it is. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That makes me happy. Sorry, Jim.
Vita says, in all honesty, Jim's pitch was much better than mine, but at the time, audience had enough of the Star Wars and needed the break. That's an interesting take, Vita, because maybe at the time that you did your pitch, it was kind of, overwhelming with the Star Wars content that people were like, we want something fresh. Like maybe the time of the year that you pitched worked really well in your favor. That's an interesting take. I like that. Jim says, "Don't rub it in now." Before we move on, I want to get to Gio because Gio, you made a comment earlier about who you voted for. You were here for this one, right?
I was in the wait. Was I? No, I did. Yeah, that's right. I was in there.
Yeah. I brought you back too. I brought you back. Remember?
Yeah. I voted for the Padawan Obi-Wan because that's the one that I'm waiting for. I have not ordered or purchased any Obi-Wan at all yet because I'm waiting for this one to be announced. With the exception of Alec Guinness, if they were to do like a 2.0 or something, I'll get that. But
yeah.
So this one was I have to vote for Jim, even though Vita did help me when I was doing my pitch, but that's what I was like. Yeah, I'm gonna have to vote for the one that I know I would want for sure, and I think would actually probably sell more. But the consensus was that Vita won that one. So and it was a great figure too. Like all of them are great, but I had to go with Obi.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. The next one was Eddie Money Mendez going up against Connor from the Hot Toys Hotline. Now, this one was 25 votes total, percentage-wise 68-31. So that one was kind of decisive too. Wait, is that more? Wait, hold on. No, it's the same.
It's the same.
Percentage-wise, it's exactly the same. So, Bob, you got an answer there for you. We had a tie, but approximately a 17-8 split. So the split was more significant on this one or on Vita's. Let's see, 11-5. Ooh, it was basically the same. Wow. Okay, so this time we had Master Chief from Halo, which was Eddie's pick, and Rick O'Connor from The Mummy, which was Connor's pick. Now, I want to go to Xman. I haven't heard from you for a bit. Rick O'Connor took the win on this one. Do you agree with this?
Well, they're making him. So,
Yeah.
so you know, there's that. This is another tough one, man, because The Mummy was an awesome movie, and the next two that followed weren't bad. This is a great character. This guy is awesome. He's got all the stuff you want an adventurer type guy to have, and he's funny. It's great. But then there's Master Chief, and again, you know, who doesn't love Halo? Master Chief is iconic. He's awesome. So it's another tough one. If I were to vote on this one, I'd probably have to go with Rick.
Yeah. Absolutely. Marco, do you remember this one? I remember you were here for this one. What do you recall? And do you recall who you voted for?
Yeah, this is another tough one. Honestly, they were all tough. I feel like every contestant has brought it. I want to say that I went with Master Chief, though, just because I've been advocating for more video game stuff. We just don't have enough of it. And so, yeah, a Master Chief, a really well done one, I think there's definitely room in the market for that. So I'm pretty sure that's what I voted for.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Anyone have any other thoughts before we move on to the next pitch? Jim says, Master Chief would be an instant buy for me. Do love the first two Mummies, though. Yeah. And Vita wants to go ahead and chime in on the previous comment. She says, there was a Hector Barbosa that was announced. Oh, yeah, that third party, right? At the time. And then Jack Sparrow was being received by collectors. So I think that helped. Yeah. So timing-wise, guys, for future pitches, guys, relevant with what's happening in the community, that might help. That's something to take a note of. Absolutely. All right. We will move on. The next one. Ooh, Phil. You remember this one, right? Now, Phil, this one was, we went ahead, we actually took a tally on this one. It was a total of 13 votes. Now, this one was a really nail biter because you guys were tied 6-6, right? Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, this one we were tied 6-6, and we were waiting on the chat to place their votes in the chat, and we were waiting for someone to comment, and we finally had someone comment, and KG took the victory. Now, KG won 7-6, but these were your pitches. Now, I want to go to you, Phil, because again, this was your presentation. Reflecting back, would you change anything about it, or are you still satisfied with how it went down?
Yeah, I think, if I remember rightly, I didn't break down a deluxe version with a standard version, or I didn't do a good enough job of splitting it off. I would definitely, I would stick with the character. It's a gaming character. At the time when I worked on the pitch, a lot of people seemed to be talking about when we're going to get a Cal, so I thought that will fall in favor with the chat. But then I went up against KG, and you know, this Catwoman, I don't think I was ever going to win against him. I'm surprised it was as close as it was, to be honest.
Yeah, it was actually, and I think a lot of people like Cal Kestis. I think more than I originally thought when you told me you were going to pitch this. Now, I knew KG was going to pick Selena Kyle, so I thought it was going to be more of an uphill battle for you, but it actually, again, nail biter.
It was, yeah,
on this one. Shane, what do you think? Phil's our guy. Would you have voted for Phil, or would you have gone Selena Kyle on this one?
Not the hell with Phil. I go KG on this one. Look, I don't game, so like, no, it'd be. I do actually. I would like an in-art officially licensed Zoe Kravitz Catwoman, but I don't think that's going to happen. So like, you know.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know what's going on. I pitched actually these images that you're seeing here. I created of like the images for KG, and before he presented, it was right before Comic-Con. So I had all these images, the graphics I had created, and I was actually showing them to the in-art guys, and they were like, "Wait, these are ours?" I was like, "No, I made these," and they were like, "Oh wow!" And they were just
do you think it would sell? Do you think there's like right now there's a market? For it. You think so?
Yeah, I think it would sell. Yeah, I do think. What amazing? I don't know, but I do think there is a market for this. People have been demanding this version, so yeah, I do think it would sell. I mean, if we can get the 66 Catwoman's made, Jazz Inc. feels confident enough to sell that one. I think that this one can sell. Yes, personally. Anyone disagreed? Is there anyone in the chat that thinks that she wouldn't sell? Perhaps.
I just see more love for Anne Hathaway and obviously Michelle Pfeiffer, and even the 66. I think I know polls don't really matter, like, but I'd say if you were to poll the entire collecting community, or even like everyone like in the world, what's your favorite Catwoman? I don't think she would get the same amount of votes as Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Or even Anne Hathaway, but maybe that's because we've only seen her once, and she, even the movie The Batman, did kind of divide people. I really liked it, and I would probably get this, but I don't know. I don't think she'd be in the same numbers as the Anne Hathaway or Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Personally.
Well, those ones they have some time behind them, right? They've
They do.
been a while since.
Yeah, and that's one of the factors. That's one of the reasons why. Now, if she comes back for the second one, yeah, that maybe.
Yeah, Vita says this is the one where I was bullied for liking the Halle Berry Catwoman. We were just talking about that. If you watch the replay, we talked about the Halle Berry Catwoman and how I think that would sell. But definitely. Feezy says I agree. There's some that would get this Catwoman, but not enough. And Jim says Cal would make an excellent figure. Deck him out with a few different clothing options, which Phil, you did, right? There was a couple options you did on your mock-ups in terms of the clothing.
Yeah, there were.
You can. So a couple.
I just had major problems trying to sort of get different head sculpts. You're trying to use AI and trying to get different head sculpts. It was absolute murder.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, now Harrison, this is the one you were here. You made your debut. Now, this was part of the 1/6 celebration that occurred back in September. Now, we had a total of 50 votes, so we had a big audience for this one. 50 votes, percentage-wise. Harrison, you got the audience behind you for, again, I think a character that is good in the gaming world, but I felt like kind of niche. And you got the audience to vote for you. A split of 28 to 22. And again, you did lose to my man Roberts. But I think you guys both put on great presentations. I know Robert was super excited about this. Reflecting back on this, Robert, again, was super excited about it. He ended up getting the win over you, Harrison. But Harrison, reflecting back, is there something you would change about this?
No, I wouldn't change anything. I'm glad that Robert won. I think his choice was really good. Fun fact, my first choice that I was going to do that I started working on before Isaac was actually Sam from Death Stranding. But as soon as I started doing the pitch, he came out and he was released. So I was happy about that. But no, I still want Isaac. I hope someday someone makes him. I think he will, for the video game fans. I think he would sell. But so would the Headless Horseman. So yeah, it was really good, and it's crazy to think how long ago that was. Now being my first stream, it's gone really, really quick.
Absolutely, and a big shout out to my man Robert, always a champion on this show. His flame still burns. Absolutely. Vito, a little behind the scenes thing that she's sharing. She says, Jose, you obviously know I was considering to pitch the Barry instead of the East one. Yeah, that was actually a conversation we had when we were talking about her pitch. She was considering doing the Halle Berry Catwoman. So that was that. But again, definitely rest in peace to my friend Robert. So we appreciate you. We miss you, man. And you have you in our thoughts, man. All right, let's move on. Now, this one was our last episode. Valkyrie Magnus going up against Danny Spachka from Canvas and Collectibles. So total of 12 votes. We didn't have the percentage on this one, but approximately split of 8-4, Valkyrie winning this one. Their pitches was Danny pitched the Butcher from The Boys, and Valkyrie pitched Colossus from Deadpool 2. Now, I know someone here that's a big Deadpool fan. Xman. Do you remember who you voted for?
Well, you know me. It's got to be my boy Colossus, because I would love to have a Colossus figure of any kind. This one would be great on the MCU shelf, with the rest of the Deadpools and Wolverine and all that. but any Colossus I can get, I would love to have. I wish I hadn't missed. I feel like I missed out on that third party one, and I haven't looked to see,
it's really high still.
Is it still?
really
Yeah, I should have pulled the trigger on that when I had the chance. But Colossus is great. Colossus is such a great character.
Absolutely. Shane, I want to go to you on this one. I know you're a Deadpool 2 fan a lot, but do you like the boys? Is this someone would have been a tough pick for you?
Yeah, I really like all three Deadpool movies. But I wouldn't really have any interest in the Colossus figure. So if there was an officially licensed, really high quality Billy Butcher, still don't think I get it. But I think I might.
You'd lean that way.
I could lean that way and be just right. That is my representation of the boys. But I think I could just enjoy the boys as a show and not collect from it all the same.
Absolutely. I want to go to my man Loki. I haven't heard from him for a while. Calvin, what do you think about this one? Is there one you would pick over the other? Do you think the right person won?
I'd go with Valkyrie on this one with the Colossus. I could definitely use Colossus in my collection. That hulking body.
You hop up. You see everyone. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I thought I was muted. Sorry, I've been talking to it. Sorry.
No worries.
Someone clip that, please. Calvin, really quickly, I want to add. I was able to get the head off. It wasn't that hard, so maybe just I don't know, lift some weights every now and then. But
wow.
Yeah, no, it was kind of scary. It had a weird snap and fucked up the eyes, but I got it off.
All right, guys. For the sake of time, we're gonna move forward because I got a big announcement coming up, guys. Ooh, this one is a doozy. Now, guys, I've been telling you guys about this for a couple months now, and again, I want to make the announcement in terms of the future of the show. Now, this is something I've talked about at length with Marco and everyone that's on this panel specifically, and kind of what we're going to do. So we're going to be launching 2 tournaments moving forward with former panelists. Now, let me go ahead and bring this graphic up. This is my announcement I'm very excited about. Again, presenting a spectacle of legendary proportions, the grand return, Fated Rivals. So we're going to have former combatants re-enter the arena. Returning warriors will face off in 2 concurrent tournaments. We have 2 tournaments happening. We have the Robert Burns, in honor of Robert, the Robert Burns Champions Tournament, where the victors of past battles will face off against each other. So winners will go up against winners. And then we have the Redemption Tournament, where it is a second chance at glory. So the runner-ups will rise again and go up against each other. And the spoils of victory, each victor of both tournaments will get $50 USD, redeemable at Slideshow, or if you are international, a international alternative. So Shane, if you win this, you'll get $50 on to Lion Rock or your choice of retailer. So that would be something that would be a possibility for our international guys and our local guys. So again, ultimate title bout, the champion of the Burns, so the Robert Burns tournament would face off against the champion of the Redemption tournament, and the clash would determine the ultimate champion, so securing an additional 50 bounty, so for a grand total of 100 USD dollars. So again, that is the details of the upcoming tournament. So again, we have 2 concurrent tournaments that will be with a grand prize up for grabs. All right, guys. So I hope you guys are excited. Now, a lot of you guys have confirmed, and this is what's really great about this community, is that I think they've had a good experience here with what me and Marco have built, and they are willing to come back. So I'm very grateful to all you guys to coming back and participating in this. So there is a slight variation in the way that we're going to be doing things, though. And the way we're going to be doing things, the rules of engagement have changed. The audience now commands the arena. So now what we're going to do is, it is no longer free choice. So now, before I'd be like, you are free to pitch whatever you'd like. Not the choice anymore. Now there will be about 4 categories. I mean, there's different categories, but like this is kind of like the main idea. You'll have actors and actresses. So I might say Tom Cruise movies or Scarlett Johansson movies or whatever it may be. I may say Scorsese films for directors. I may say Nolan. I may say Tarantino. We might say genres. We might say horror, comedy, We might say eras. We might say 2000s. We might say 80s films. Competitors will craft their pitches based on these voted themes, playing to their strengths and weaknesses. So I've already went ahead and picked a couple for our next, for our first official tournament battle. But before we get into it, I wanted to show you guys some coming soon posters, exclusively for the first time on this show. The first time you'll see this, these are a couple matchups upcoming this year on this channel. We're going to have Valkyrie Magnus returning for the Champions Tournament, going one-on-one with KG. We're going to have Ben Thomas coming back to face off against her geeky side, Vita. And we're also going to have Giovanni. Gio, you're coming back to face off against the first ever champion, Brick Artemis. Now, Gio, any comments before we move forward?
I mean, I guess I could accept my victory trophy now. I guess.
Oh, wow.
But now
Wow.
I'll take some time to write it down for next time. Should be good though. Should be good.
Jim says, Gio, I'll have to wait to vote against you when it's your turn to tip the competition my way and get voted out. Oh, wow. Okay. Bob says, my money's on Jim. Always like a big odds outsider. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, Brick's still here. Brick is still here. He says, wow, Gio. He says, you'll need all the luck you can get, buddy. Wow. Shots fired already. I'm liking this.
Loving that shit talk.
All right.
Jose, I just wanted to say really quickly, like, it's
go ahead.
Awesome that, you know, folks are willing to spend so much time to come on and do one pitch, let alone coming back, right? Let's say if you do win that $50, that's significantly less than minimum wage when you count up all the time that, you know, it takes to prepare and, you know, do the pitch. So just really appreciate everyone's time. We got an awesome community and a lot of passion that really shows through.
Absolutely. And moving forward, for the Redemption Tournament, we have a couple matchups here. We got my man Harrison on the panel going up one-on-one with Jim Collector. We have one Adam 12 going up against Jay Feezy. And then we got my man Nick Collectibles going one-on-one with Collector Joey. Now they've all confirmed, you know, again, it is subject to change, but they all confirmed they are willing to come back, and it's all about scheduling. So I'm looking forward to these matchups. As the slogan says, we all deserve a second chance. So look for these matchups this upcoming year on the show. All right. Now, this is the exciting part, Shane. This is the exciting part. This is what you've been waiting for. That's why you're here. Now, your matchup is first. Now, we're looking to schedule this one very, very soon. But this is your matchup. Both you and Phil are on the panel. You guys are upcoming. You guys are getting a second chance. We got a second chance coming up. Now, again, you guys just heard the rules of the tournament. So I've already built it for you. I have on the show live, we're going to do a live drawing of your theme. So right now, I'm going to show what that is. Now we have 4 categories. Now, could you help me out, Marco? I know you said you weren't going to do anything more, but I need one more thing from you before you totally quit.
Okay, but this is the last one. What's going on?
I need a poll, and I would like for you to put these in that poll because the audience will decide my first ever tournament matchup between Shane and Phil. Their theme, this is what the categories are. We have Christmas films. We have Nolan. Now I'm playing to one of your strengths there, Shane, but I'm removing the Dark Knight trilogy. So you may not pitch from the Dark Knight trilogy. We have Jamie Lee Curtis films. And then we have anything from 2020 to 2025, so the 2020s. Go ahead and put that in a poll. We're going to have our audience have basically until the end of the King Shark tank to go ahead and put in their votes. The one with the highest percentage will be your theme. Any comments, Shane and Phil, before we move on to our main event?
I know what Jamie Lee Curtis I'm going to make.
Yeah. And Shane, how do I spell film?
That'd be FUCKYOURSELF.
Perfect.
All right. So let me know when that poll is live so we can let our audience know to go ahead and vote. But again, that is your theme, guys. So again, whatever gets selected, that's what you'll go by. Again, once you have made your decision, again, once you know the theme today and you've made your decision on what you're pitching, communicate that to me. Again, we'll make sure everything is good and dandy for that, and then we'll look into scheduling the episode for you guys. All right, Phil, any comments?
Good luck, Shane.
You don't mean that. May your knife, what's it? Snap and shatter? Jeez.
Yeah.
What did I say?
I
Chip
got
and
the
shatter.
reference.
Chip and shatter.
There you go.
There we go.
That poll should be live as well.
Perfect. Poll is live. Please go vote. But guys, it is time. It is main event time. What you've been waiting for, what Xman and Zord have been itching to get to. We are here. It is the main event. It is the King Shark Tank, the anniversary special, Zord Photography going one-on-one with Xman Supreme. Guys, it is time. It is time. And I want to show you guys something we cooked up just for this special occasion. You're that special, Zord. We created this little vid to get us hyped up.
Wow, I get.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Man, that riff is dirty. Love it.
Yeah, that was great. Well done, guys. But sorry, Xman, I guess it had nothing to do with you being on.
Oh
No.
no.
No,
X-Men. Well, the thing is that X-Men's already been on the show. If you remember, I mean,
good
maybe
save,
you weren't
good
here
save.
for that
That's right.
episode.
Yeah.
You know, you weren't here for that episode. I mean, you've missed a couple. So, but X-Men has
That's
been
a
here.
good point.
So, just saying, just throwing that out there, man. So whatever. But yes, guys, it is time now. I want to go over some very, very quickly. A couple just standard procedures here. Again, I'm going to skip the Spanish version, but I would like X-Man. You read this beautifully last time, so could you read this for me real quick before we get into the pitch?
Oh, sure. By participating in this figure pitch game, we acknowledge and agree that any pitch idea or concept presented during the competition is provided freely and without expectation of compensation or further involvement. We understand that by submitting our pitch, we renounce any and all rights, claims, or ownership of the content presented. We further agree that the pitch and related ideas are now considered fair game for use by said companies, please said companies, and or any associated parties without legal obligation. By continuing with our participation, we consent to these terms and waive any legal rights or claims to compensation regarding the use of our pitch. Please said companies, please.
Thank you so much for reading that. Again, just standard procedure. Again, you guys make sure you definitely let us know at the top of your presentation who you are pitching to. So again, if you're pitching to Howard, to InArt, you're pitching to Yost at Jazz Inc., definitely let us know who you are pitching to, so we know, we are aware of who you're pitching to. Again, this is a graphic that we've created to let us to excite the concept of this show. Again, me, Marco, and Gigi, and we got Pancake in there as well. But again, go over the rules again, how it's going down like the TV show, but with the twist. Two competitors must state what their company they're pitching on. The panelists must represent said company, so the panelists will represent said company that the competitor chooses, and we'll judge accordingly. You have 5 minutes, so we'll set a timer. But you do get a grace, so you go a little over, that's totally okay. So don't worry about that. And once both competitors have pitched, we'll have a quick Q&A and rebuttal opportunity. So that is your chance to, if you question something about your competitor's pitch, you can ask that question. And again, that might help sway some votes your side. So definitely make sure you do so. Lastly, the votes from the panel and the live chat will determine the winner. All right, guys, do you know who wants to go first?
I'm good either way, honestly.
X-Men, you want to go first then?
Sure. Yeah, I'll go first.
All
Let me
right.
share my
Beautiful.
screen here. Will you let me share my screen?
Not seeing anything yet.
I see something
Yeah.
here. Let me see if I can pull it up.
There we go.
Boom.
Okay, so Mr. Howard Chan, purveyor of toys that are hot. We have ourselves an opportunity here for a very big thing from a very secure setup in the Marvel universe, and I think we all know what's gonna be here because it's me. But we're doing the Weapon X project. I think this is a good opportunity to hit this now while we've got so much Wolverine hype happening, and we've got so many Wolverines coming from the game. I think this is a good chance to put this guy into action. He's iconic. This is a great story. It's how he gets his unbreakable skeleton, his adamantium claws. It's a very, very big turning point in the life of this character, and those of us who are fans of him would love to see this. So we're going to start with the head, of course. He's going to have his control helmet, USB light up, interchangeable face plates. He will have several unmasked sculpts with the standard scowling and screaming portraits, eyes closed, bald with eyes closed, because they had to shave him down to put in the electrodes and the tubes and all the such. The body will be fully seamless. So we're going to use, the best silicone that you can get. That's what we're going to do. And of course, my man needs to be the proper scale. No one wants to do this. Mondo's done it finally. But see how tall Laura is? That's how tall Wolverine should be compared to Hugh Jackman. This is what needs to happen going forward. And the great thing is, with all the Wolverines coming from the game, we can use that same body if you want to. For all those Wolverines, they'll all be properly in scale because my man will be properly in scale in the game. So job done right there. He will have removable control gear. We already talked about the helmet. The harness will be fully leather. He's going to have control boxes. They will connect to the helmet. And they will also be lit up through the same USB connection. The shorts will be removable because, hey, they were not worried about this man's modesty. They were using him as a weapon, as a tool. So if you want to display him properly, like we saw him in the comics, you can do that. There will be a strategically placed control box, so you don't have to worry about, all of that. And he will have wrist and ankle restraints as well. And of course, we'll have magnets, so you can attach the proper hoses and cables. He will also have a face mask, which is magnetically attachable, because he will be in his tank. The tank and the lab will be a diorama set. Tank is removable, so that way you can have it on display by itself if you want. The lab will be reversible, so you have the inside of the lab where he is, and you have the outside where the scientists will be. You'll have a viewing window, so you can have characters behind doing their science stuff. All USB lit. And of course, he'll be floating in his tank. We'll have a crotch grabber kind of setup with magnets on the back to hold him up there. You can utilize the magnets for the hoses and stuff. Of course, he will have an array of hands, like, always, with and without claws, die-cast claws. And the box will emulate the outer doors of the facility. So that way you can fold out the flaps and make the bunker. You can have them busting out if you want to. Add a little extra bit of display to it. And that is it.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Round of applause for my man, Xman Supreme. Thank you so much. All right. And you killed it, and you had time to go. You had a so that was quick. You're very passionate, and thank you so much for doing that. There's some awesome designs in there. I don't know who made those, but pretty cool designs there.
I did have some help. He
says, Philly says, so now it's going to be 1/10 scale. Kidding. It looks awesome. Jim Collector says this would be epic. Philly says he wants this. Shut up and take my money. Talia Meyer is giving you a round of applause there. And Gio chiming in says, awesome, Dave. Beautiful. Now we'll get into everyone's thoughts after Zord's pitch. Now, Zord, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to ever be. I don't know if I
give
can
me a
top
sec.
Xman though.
Oh, no. You're too kind.
All right, I'm gonna pull yours up in just one moment. Here we go. All right, you ready? I'm gonna set the timer. Hold on, let me reset here. Okay.
Jose, before we get going, really quickly, just want to say, so the poll's open right now. We got 38% 2020 to 2025 films leading. So get your vote in before we close that poll.
Ooh. All right. Beautiful. Yeah, definitely get your poll in. So again, we will conclude it basically around a little bit after once we start getting into the Q&A and the rebuttal section. I'll have Marco close the poll, and that will be the final result. So please go ahead and get your votes in. All right, Zord, I'm going to start the timer whenever you're ready. Just let me know.
Okay. Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, and you'll have to tell me to change the slide. So just let me know. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know. Okay.
Perfect. Go ahead.
All right. Starting things off. Everybody loves Anakin, right? So everybody loves Anakin. So this is out to InArt. Everybody loves Anakin. Everybody loves him as a Dark Lord. Can't grant it. He did kill kids. And so messed up. But this one, let's keep the ball rolling. But let's go to the wizarding world. Same dude, same energy. Try to kill a kid, right? Please hit the next slide. I'm pitching the Dark Lord himself, Voldemort. This one's pretty legit. Let's keep the ball rolling with that beautiful Snape's. I think right now is the best time to do the Dark Lord himself, Lord Voldemort. Especially because, like, we have this whole Harry Potter line. It'll be really great for everybody. A fully seamless kind of look to him. 32 points of articulation. Fully wired cloak. Gotta give that, aura effect. That'll be really great. Grime him up. Make him super dirty. And I think due to the fact that we're at a point with medical grade silicone bodies, I think it will be amazing to add all the vein work just to make him look really creepy and gross already. This figure is going to be a hot seller. I guarantee it. As it goes for accessories though, there will be two versions. We will have the standard one and a deluxe one. But in the standard one, you will be getting the 4 interchangeable forearms with seamless wrists, but still fully articulated. 2 swappable head sculpts, both with 1 angry face and 1 relaxed face. And then it'll still also include a mini version of Voldemort. As we'll go through the slides, we'll show you more, but you will be getting a mini Voldemort fully articulated as well. And then you will be getting 2 wands, of course. You can't do it without him because you're going to need his wand and the Elder Wand as well. And now we'll be getting into the deluxe one. With the deluxe, if you guys are interested, you will be getting full effect pieces such as the wand effects or any deflections that he does in the movies. Because, you got to face him off against Harry Potter for that epic scene. And then the 2 selling points that will be included for the deluxe set is you're going to get all the Horcrux accessories and a beautiful diorama base of the graveyard scene, so you can recreate where, he comes back to life from a little creepy shriveled one to like a full-blown, superpower. And then to top it off, in a fully silicone posable Nagini figure to be included in the deluxe. Both of these will be continuing the trend of Harry Potter, and I think right now is the best time. InArt, I think this is the best time to do it. You gotta please all those Harry Potter fans. So that's my pitch.
Patrick?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Beautifully done. Thank you so much. All right. Beautiful.
Really
now this
good.
is the section. Yeah. Thank
really
you,
good.
both competitors. Guys, let's go a round of applause. Everyone on the panel. We got a huge panel. Round of applause. for my guys here. Thank you so much for putting in that time and that effort to that. Again, it does require some time to get that together. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time not only to be on the show, but to go ahead and do a little extracurricular activity there and putting that together. So thank you so much, Dave. Thank you so much, Patrick, for doing that. All right, now this is the section here where you can try to get some more votes. Now, before we close the poll that for Shane and because I want Shane to be here. So before we close that poll, I'm gonna get this section here, which is our rebuttal and Q&A. Let's see, is there any questions first from the chat? Now, again, we have a couple of round of applauses here. A lot of love for Zord. A lot of people saying that they're very, very excited about the potential there, Zord. One was saying, need this. They already made a custom one, but it's north of $1,000. So I definitely need InArt to step it up. Vita says, Zord, you don't need to finish your pitch. I've heard enough. Oh, wow. Okay. She has heard enough. Philly says, nice one. Perfect pitches both. Awesome pitch. Beautiful. And Brick says, I thought Zord was going to go with the lizard. Ooh. Well, he went with something a little different, Brick. All right. He says, this one is going to be tough to choose. Ooh, okay. All right. Now, Shane is back. So I think, is it time to close the poll? Now, before we close it, did everyone on the panel vote? And again, Shane and Phil, you are allowed to vote for the thing.
I voted.
You voted? Zord and Harrison and Dave, Alvin. All right. Let's give it 1 minute. 1 minute to close the poll, and we'll get our official results. About 1 minute, guys, and then we'll get into our rebuttal. So everyone who has not voted, please go ahead and vote. You are choosing these gentlemen's fate, so please do so. All right. How are things looking right now, Marco? You got the eyes on it?
So 2020 through 25 films is still up 41%. Next closest is Nolan Films, which I would have thought would have taken it. 32% right there. I'm gonna push for the Nolan Films. Come on, get some votes in. Let's get that over the hump.
I'm gonna make that Tenet figure, man.
Right.
Win the crowd over.
That's right.
I mean, technically, he could still do it, right, within the 2020 to 2025.
Maybe I've already done it.
Oh. Oh, hello.
I'm not going to understand that figure.
In 5 years' time, when our relationship starts, you'll understand.
You have to put it backwards in the display, though. That's the only weird part about it. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be it's like 2020 through 25 films are going to take it, unless we get some last-second votes.
Okay, 30 seconds, guys, because we got to move on. It's been an extra long show. I apologize, guys. Usually we run the show a little about 2 hours or so, so it's been a little extra long because of everything with the anniversary special here.
Aggressive seduction. Jose's like, come on Saturday morning for like an hour and a half. We'll get you done with your day, and before you know it, it's been 3 hours. So appreciate everyone's time.
I'm sorry. I mean, you're not here all the time, so I mean, just saying. I'm just saying.
I heard. So I
Marco, you're making up for. I'm Team Jose here. You're making up for last time. Is what you're doing.
That's right. Exactly.
I think I was the only one who voted for Christmas films.
Oh,
you might have been.
Because it will be like. It will be kind of like nice to see something different, like just random Christmas films as a figure.
Okay, I think I'm ready to close it.
All right, we're ending the poll. So 2020 through 25 films takes it at 38%.
Okay. And that's pretty broad for you guys. So you guys could have a lot that you can play with. Again,
I already know what I'm going to do, Phil.
Oh, okay.
I already know what I'm going to
do. All right, so again, anything from 2020 to 2025, and again, you'll have to make sure that it is within that criteria, which is not that hard. Just look up the release date. So make sure it falls within that criteria. If it does, you are set. And again, we look forward to your presentations coming soon on our next episode. All right, rebuttal and Q&A section. Back to our competitors. Any it says Shane will shock us all and make Ken from the Barbie movie.
How did you know?
Ooh.
I'll buy that.
There we go. I'll buy that for $1. Okay. All right. So rebuttal and Q&A. We don't have any questions from the chat, so I'm going to go to my special guest judges. Now, we got a lot of us here, so guys, let's try to keep it brief. But if you have a question for our competitors, definitely go ahead and bring it forth. Marco, you're my co-host. What's up? What do you think?
Yeah, this is incredibly tricky. Jose, do you want me to push the poll right now, or do we wait until after the rebuttal and Q&A?
If you want to set it up, I'm cool with you setting it up.
Okay, I'm good to set it right now. But yeah, this is really, really tough because both of these figures are actually at like the top of my wish list. You know, I've wanted a Weapon X for a while now. I think that would just make such a cool figure if you found a way to do, like, I know Enter Bay kind of does like the sweat effects, but if you can make him look a little wet, like he just burst out of the tank as well, right? There's a lot of ways to make that look really badass. That's for free, Xman. And then when it comes to Voldemort, Zord, you're completely right, where it's like, I'm not quite sure that I needed a Snape in the collection, but if and when they drop a Voldemort, it's going to be a must have, right? And that would be the only Harry Potter figure I would have in the collection thus far. But I think he kind of stands alone as just kind of like the Dark Lord. And I like all the accessories that both of you thought through. I'm really, really on the fence here. I don't have my decision yet. So Jose, if you wouldn't mind coming back to me.
No, yeah, yeah, it's just the Q&A section now, so you don't have to tell us your
good clarification, because yeah, I've done this once or twice and I forget. So Dora, let me start with you then. In terms of the accessories that you thought through, was there anything else that you thought about adding that you maybe cut at the last second?
I wanted to add the pot. I was thinking about adding the pot too. I'm not 100% sure if I want that included as well. I don't want to overflood it with too many accessories to the point where you don't get to utilize everything and you just spew everything into your display. I kind of want something that could be utilized to the average collector if they so choose to pick up a different version of Harry. Doesn't matter the age range. You could have him like fighting him off or anything like that. So I was trying to put that into consideration without overextending it.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. And Xman, same question for you. Were there any? I know you had a lot of accessories and dynamic bases and such, but anything else that you thought about adding that you maybe cut at the last second?
No, I was able to put in everything that I wanted. Fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, there's not a lot to add to a naked man in a jar, So,
into a jar.
That's pretty much all there is to it. I think I was fortunate in that the environment he's in lends itself well to accessory. Because other than that, he would just have claws, and really that's all Wolverine needs. But yeah, I feel like he pretty well has everything he needs there.
Have you considered the tank? There's supposed to be some sort of liquid in the tank. Would that be correct?
The tank in canon, yes. I'm not sure if it's just water or some other kind of
healing fluid or
specific
something,
fluid.
But have you considered how you're going to give the illusion that there's water in the tank when he's in the tank, without actually, obviously you can't have water in the tank, but like there has to be some sort of illusion that shows that there maybe is water or liquid in the tank.
Right. There have been a couple of really good solutions in the form of the statues that have been out. One which I really like is, and I mentioned having it USB light up. I was considering having lights coming up from underneath, just for dramatic effect. But also you could have strings of bubbles, air bubbles coming up, which would also be lit from below, which would look pretty cool.
Yeah. If the cylinder had 2 layers on it, a really thin layer of water, and you could add 10 layer water to it and have the bubbles, that'd be sweet.
Oh, that would be sick, actually. Yeah.
The other thing, actually, I shouldn't have given you the answer to that question. Another thing is, you mentioned the cross grabber. I think that will ruin he's supposed to be hanging. Wouldn't a cross grabber, if you'd like this one thing going up, it might ruin the illusion of him hanging? Is there any other solutions you could offer to that? Because I am interested. It looks great.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate because we're so limited by the materials and what we can do with that, right? And the mechanics of it. I considered just doing magnets, and I think that probably could be sufficient, but also you're dealing with silicone, You're dealing with. I don't want it to be too strong a magnet to where you rip something. I think the most elegant way to come up with that is just like not a full reach under, but kind of a slight
around.
crotch grabber kind of situation where that way it's not quite so obvious, but even still, if you wanted to make it more secure, we could full on make it just like a harness. That's another option as well. I like the idea of looking where like he's hanging from there, but I think a harness would work as well too. So one way or the other, I think magnets would be good just for stabilization, but I don't think they would be right for actually holding him in there properly.
Yeah. I have questions for both Zord and Xman. I don't think either of you mentioned price. So
Yes.
Dave, what will be the price for your figurehead, and how many SKUs would you have for this?
Yeah, Clinton Martin brought that up, and so did Feezy on the show.
Yes, this is one that I thought about a good fair amount, because with a diorama that size, we've seen dioramas in the past, and they can get pricey. And I think for what this is offering as far as dioramas go, I think it couldn't be less than $325, maybe $350 for the deluxe. Although there would be a nice option for a lesser, costly one if you consider maybe just having the tank or not having the tank at all. I'm thinking maybe 3 SKUs. So having just the tank with, all the other stuff that goes with it, I figure we could probably do that for around 3. I want to do that around 3. I think that could be doable. If you don't, if they don't include like a regular, display stand, they could, which shouldn't be a problem. But other than that, you could go down probably to 285, 290 maybe without having the tank, just having the figure himself, because it's still a bunch of silicone. And I'm not even trying to do like artisan type. No wool hair. We're not doing that. That's like, I think that has its issues, and I don't want to worry about that with this.
Oh, okay.
So I think just a regular, sculpted hair, they do so good at it. And he would have a lot of hair, honestly, because he did in that. But I think it would work out pretty well with sculpted.
Okay. And Zord, what was the prices for the Voldemort?
Oh yeah, I just want to admit to X-Men statement. We're not doing rooted hair as well for my character, so we tried, but it's not working out. Kept receding for some reason, and then just
the
fell
carpet
off,
matches the drapes.
Yeah, we just couldn't do it. But in all seriousness, no, we're going to do 2 SKUs. Given that I will admit it will be bare bones if you do the regular edition, so it will be at $280. I want to do a fair pricing for this because it's not much, but there will be innovations in it, but we still want to make it affordable. But to be said, if you want the deluxe, you are getting a lot of things with it, but a good amount. It will be at $450. We're doing our best to keep it low as possible without breaking the bank, given the situation, and seeing that this IP isn't carried on with other companies right now at this time. It's fair enough that we could make it a reasonable price without breaking the bank for the average collector.
And I think I might have missed this part, but what was the diorama base for the Voldemort?
The Voldemort one is going to be the grave scene, so the one in the Goblet of Fire. So that would be the one. The main purpose we chose this grave scene is not just for mainly Harry Potter. We look at this as a collector and someone that likes to display multiple things for different ways. So we think like a graveyard stone like the one that Voldemort had would be a great example for a lot of different collectors that want to change it up, not just for Voldemort. Because this will be good for Spider-Man. If you're a Spider-Man collector or if you're a Batman collector, anything, this will help you with your collection. But this is mainly for Voldemort, but it can have the options for going forward if you want to change it up.
Yeah, this is probably going to be the hardest for me to choose. But thank you.
Oh my. Okay. I love to hear that. All right, guys. Any other questions before we go ahead and lock in our results?
Really quickly, I just want to say before anyone jumps in with more questions, get your votes in now. We got a fair amount of votes currently. Hit the like button, all of that. But yeah, get your votes in.
I see a question from Clinton Martin.
Ooh, okay.
Which is a very good question, actually. He mentions having different feet or being seamless ankles. We have seen seamless ankles recently, and I considered that. The problem that I have with the idea of seamless ankles is I think it's the obvious problem with any kind of joint that gets so much movement, like hands or feet. If that breaks while posing, which, we've seen feet, we've seen ankle pegs break. We've seen, unless it's some kind of new system that works out really, really well, I think it'd be best to have just regular, ankle pegs, not seamless, because if that breaks, you're screwed, and I'd much rather have the ability to fix that than have them all, well, not limp wristed, but limp ankled. Yeah.
All right. The Caffeinator says, he says, I personally would go for Voldemort. I'd rather have an actual main character from the franchise than a variant of a character who already has too many variants, in my opinion. Dave, any rebuttal on that?
That's a bit reductive, I think. But, everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
Okay. He does say the graveyard for a black suit Spidey for Kraven's Last Hunt would be sick. Yeah, you could use that. The way that that Zord is selling that is that you could definitely match it up with other characters if you'd like to do so. So definitely an option there. Brick just wants to go ahead and let you guys know you guys both did a great job. Yes, absolutely. I definitely 100% agree. All right, guys. Go ahead before we lock it in. Let us know, where do we currently stand with the results, Marco?
All right, so it's another close race. We've got 55% for Weapon X, 45% for Voldemort. So get your votes in. It's extra tight, so a few votes could sway it one way or the other.
Absolutely. All right, guys. If there's any other questions from the panel, Shane, Phil, Harrison, before we move on to our decisions.
No, both pictures are really, really good. I think this has got to be one of the toughest ones for me. I think both of them would do really, really well. Really, really well.
I absolutely
it's very
agree.
tough to pick.
All right, so we're gonna have to decide then. It is decision time, guys. It is decision time. We want to get you guys out of here on your Saturday. I know Marco's itching, so I'm sorry about that, my man. But let's go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm good today for once. Okay. I showed up late, but
okay, beautiful. So I do want to go ahead and get your decisions. So we'll get our decisions once we've concluded. Everyone goes ahead and tells us who you're voting for. Marco, I'll have you officially close the poll and we'll declare the winner. We'll end the show there. All right. We're gonna go with our guest judges. Now we got a lot of us here, but I want to go to Calvin. I haven't heard from him in a minute. I want to hear, Calvin, what did you think about both presentations, and who are you giving your vote to? Calvin? Oh, you think you're on mute. I don't hear you.
Oh, sorry. You guys froze.
There you are.
Are we picking now?
Yeah, it is time. Your decision. Right. Let us know what you thought and what's your decision.
Love both pitches. However, and unfortunately, Patrick is a bias because I have not finished the films yet. I think I've let the last 5. I still need to finish. Actually, I've got time to.
No harm done.
I'm going to have to get like one. I'm going to get one in today because I've got time. But I did not go after the sideshow quarter scale Weapon X statue that I had wanted to pick up. And then it was thrown in my face for it because I saw the statue con at a Collector's Zones back in August. So I'm going with Xman on his pitch because I was already wanting that figure. And another, I got enough ball for I don't need a ball that knows this figure in my collection.
That's fair. That's
like
fair.
Great pictures on both ends, though, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Calvin, make sure if you haven't done so, you definitely go on the poll on the YouTube link.
I did.
Go ahead and cast your vote. Very beautiful, beautiful. All right, I'm gonna go to Harrison. Harrison, this was a tough one. I know. Who are you ultimately going with?
Very tough.
Vote for?
They're both really, really good pictures. Both really good choices. I'm really, really stuck on this one. I think I did vote for Zord because I think Voldemort will just have a bit more standout power, I think, on the shelf with the base and the diorama, and I think that the Harry Potter line's doing very, very well. They look really good, and Voldemort is a necessary piece for that line. So I think Voldemort was a great choice. But Dave, Wolverine, just any fan of Wolverine will want that piece. So that it's just so difficult. So yeah, well done both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It is. All right, Phil, Rogue One Photography. Let us know.
Okay, first of all, outstanding pictures by both of you guys, and I'm probably singing off the same hymn sheet as everyone else. It's a really tough choice because I think they'll both have massive shelf presence. I voted for Dave. I think the accessories, everything that comes with the posing options, and what seems reasonably priced. But yeah, fantastic job, both of you. Really, really, really tough one. It wasn't an easy decision, but I've gone for Dave on this one.
All right. Awesome. All right, Shane, let us know. What do you think? You're on mute.
So two great pitches. I just unfortunately I can't remember either of these characters been in the Dark Knight trilogy, so I'm not interested in either.
The extended feature, extended cut.
I need to pay attention. Yeah, I have actually watched all the Harry Potter movies. I've watched them a few times because I have to watch them every year because Megan loves them, and she does that whole thing when she starts one on a Sunday in November, and then she keeps watching them until right up until Christmas, like, because there's a bit of a Christmas theme to some of them and stuff, and I like watching them. They're very well made movies, to be fair, and I do actually enjoy watching them. I'm just not a big Harry Potter fan. Whereas I do love Wolverine, and I haven't read Weapon X, and it's a graphic novel or comic I've been meaning to get. I just think there's more of a chance that I would buy the Weapon X, and I visualize the whole setup, not just the figure, but the figure hanging in the tank and lit up and stuff, and I just think, yeah, that'd be a pretty banging display. So I close, but I think Dave he played to the crowd a bit, like, he like in this case, like, unfortunately I'm not into Harry Potter, and his picture's very good, and the tank and everything, and yeah, I think I'm gonna Patrick, I'm gonna have to go with Dave on this one, but two great pictures.
It's all good. No harm. Thank you.
All right. I know this is incredibly difficult. I'm still kind of even deciding on my own right now. So I'm gonna go to Marco. Are you ready?
Not really, because this is
okay. Jill is still here. Jill's still here, right?
I'm gonna go. I'm Joe. It was.
Wait, Jill, did you go already? Wait,
I'm not.
Okay, Jill, you go first, then Marco.
Okay, so I haven't voted yet in the poll because it's that difficult. But I normally vote based on what would sell the most of the two, and both of these would sell out. So now I have to factor in other components in there for my decision. So
yeah.
So I mean, that graveyard base that Zord is having for Voldemort from Goblet of Fire, I could easily Zord that display by using other figures in that graveyard. I could put a horror figure, I could put Freddy, Jason, Batman, a Spider-Man, and it could still work. Dave's Weapon X, now that would stand out very much so in my collection with that tank, and it's a very recognizable character as well. I think more generations are more familiar with this character than Voldemort. So again, this was just very, very difficult for me to choose here, but I'm gonna have to vote for Dave for Xman, because I do think this will stand out in my collection. And then ultimately, if I do get a Voldemort, because I don't have any Harry Potter figures, if I was to get a Voldemort, I am gonna have to get at least Harry Potter or some other figure. The Weapon X Wolverine figure that could be on its own, and then I could be done. And I don't need to necessarily buy anything else to go with it. So on those grounds alone, I'm voting for Dave. So I'm gonna put my vote now. But amazing presentation for the both of you guys. So congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Marco, it's time.
Yeah, super tricky one, because like I said, I'm getting both of these if they were produced 100%, like especially the diorama bases that you both included. That's big for me. Like I think that really takes the figure to the next level. It really is a toss-up, but I'm gonna go with Patrick. Honestly, I think what InArt has been doing recently in terms of the seamless forearms, in terms of like the materials they've been using, I think that they could really kill it with a Voldemort figure, and I think it's a matter of time before they do it. And so I think that's going to be a standout when that ultimately drops. So I'm going to go with that one.
All right.
Great job from both of you, though.
Absolutely, 100%. Again, I very much appreciate both of you guys. I guess it's my turn to conclude this show. Guys, again, I want to thank both of you guys for coming on the show and doing this. It does take a lot of nerves, and you know, it's one of those things that you could be being put on the spot to do a presentation like this. At school, I make the kids do this all the time, and it's always fun seeing them get all nervous up there and doing things like that. So it's one of the things that's carried over to this show. So, guys, this one's really tough. Xman, when we were developing the concept for your pitch, man, I was seeing how incredible those mock-ups were coming, and I told you, man, these photos look so good. They look like Zord took them himself. So that's how good.
I helped him.
That's how good. I was like, something happened here. Like it was like I don't know, this AI Skynet thing must have seen your pictures, Zord, and helped create this. These collage that we did because they looked incredible.
They do look really good.
So yeah, I was amazed. I loved your presentation in terms of all details you were going into the box, how you got into the box. I thought it was a great idea. I did struggle making that concept, but I hopefully the audience got the general idea of what that was, which is an incredible idea. I love the idea about the whole tank and the accessories and the light up thing and the magnets. There's just so much components that come into this figure. Incredible, man. And Zord, I mean, Voldemort, what else can you say? He's like one of the ultimate villains. You definitely want it in a collection. I do believe you could have him stand alone. I mean, you would love to have a Harry, but you could get a Harry and a Voldemort, and I think you're set. Especially if you're a fan of that franchise. Me and you have talked, Zord, at length about this Harry Potter line. I felt like whenever we would have conversations, I'm like, I feel like we're the only ones excited about the releases of Hermione and Ron and Harry.
Honestly,
so it was, it's one of those things we connected with. And man, there are standout pieces. I have them right here on in my collection, and I love every single one of them. I have this nostalgia for the films, and I love everything you were putting through it. I know we were limited in terms of what we were able to do with your presentation, but you pull it together, the accessories, Nagini, the base, and all that, man. This is incredible. I think you really sold the diorama base being used on other figures, and that's something that you do frequently in your photos. So long story short, it's a tough one, but I'm going to go with Zord on this one for Voldemort, just because selfishly I would want that one being made because I do collect that line. So my vote went to Zord on that one.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, but no, my vote isn't the final say. It is the audience. Now, the audience is going to tell us what they think. Now, we are going to give it a minute, about 60 seconds, so we can close this show. We can all go on with our Saturdays. We're going to give it about 60 seconds to go ahead, place your votes. If you have not voted, please vote now.
And it's insanely close, right? Go ahead, Jose.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Let us know. Where are we?
Yeah, so super close. We almost have 40 votes. Xman is up 54% to Patrick at 46%. So it is neck and neck right now. So a few votes could sway it one way or the other. Get in there. And vote for who you want to win. We got about 45 seconds left.
45 seconds. And I really appreciate everyone participating in both polls that we did today. I know Phil and Shane are excited about their theme. So thank you so much for everyone who voted on that poll. And then again, everyone voting in this poll to go ahead and determine our winner. Again, you guys are all winners, by the way. Again, you know, I know this is all fun and games, but you know, I really appreciate you guys really doing all this, man.
Oh man, that's great
All
just to friggin' be here, dude.
I know.
Like
I'm
look
glad
at
I
this
made
man
it.
right here. I'm going up against this guy. I didn't think I had a chance at
well,
all.
Nobody. No, seriously, real quick, yeah, I just want to shout, like, just thank you for having me on. Like, my schedule's like all over the place, but I never want to miss a stream. I always love to stream with like creators like you guys, like everybody in the community. So that's why, like, I try my best to. I want to be free, so hopefully I could come back on like in future stream too. So
I mean,
it's a pleasure to meet new people too. So.
You got an open invite, and then if you would like to participate in a tournament matchup, that door is always open for you. But I know your schedule's crazy, so you know, open door policy here. You're always welcome. If not, you could always be a guest judge, like these guys are judging you today. So
I'll be down for that too.
Always open for you. All right, I think it's time, Marco.
Okay, let's go ahead and end this poll. Oh, it creeped up a little bit, but the winner is Xman at 53% of the vote. So great job to both of you. Congrats to Xman.
Dang.
Wow.
Both are no-brainers though. Both are coming home to the collection. So you guys rocked it.
Congrats, Dave.
Dude, for real though, Patrick, as soon as I saw Voldemort, I was scared, bro. I was like, this looks too good. It sounds too good. The Harry Potter line is popping off. And I think that's a great choice, dude. I think you fucking brought it with that, man. You had me convinced. I'm not even a Harry Potter guy, but you had me convinced on that. I think that was a great pitch, dude.
But a Weapon X, dude, I would have a field day with that. So,
yeah.
I'll have a field day with that. So,
Patrick, I meant to ask you that Sentinel head base that you posed one of the Wolverines up with. Where's that from?
I was just about to tell you, like after the stream, because I saw that you're on another stream. It's 3D printed. It's by Toy.blocks. You can find them on Instagram.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
And they do
that is way bigger than
LED light. So
they do the LED light too. Dang, that's I thought it was smaller than that.
It's actually meant for 1/12 scale, but then I saw they did a big one, which was this one. So I bought it just to do Wolverine pics.
Yeah, that's incredible. Okay,
and it's pretty detailed too. So for like a 3D print.
Let me see if I can do this full screen really quick.
What are they called again?
Toy.blocks. They do other diorama pieces too. And I've been working with them. They're trying to do more 1/6 scale too. So
hell yeah, dude.
I have a few pieces coming in too, more 1/6 scale. So I should be showing them soon in like my future work.
Dude, awesome. That goes crazy.
That's sick.
Like they're gonna do more gargoyle pieces. So I told them like if they could do like 1/6, they're aiming to do some right now too.
Smart. There's definitely a need in the market. And I see Zach right here, he's actually 3D printing me smaller than that, but a Sentinel head. So we'll see how that all turns out. I don't know why he's saying boycott in art though. I don't know what the axe to grind is. I've missed a lot of
pants
shows.
Print, man. It's all about the
pants
print.
it's the pants print.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna miss out on some banger releases, but you know, he's got, when he gets it in his head to boycott a company, can't tell him otherwise.
Absolutely. So we got a lot of congratulations for Dave. Vita letting you know congrats. Billy wants to know, where's your correlation, your tiara? Oh, where's your tiara? Oh, you got one?
Oh, you know what? Hang on. I got something.
Oh, he'll be back. Congratulations, Dave, from Gio, from Jim, from Philly. Absolutely. Again, both incredible pitches. Shout out to both of you guys for putting on those presentations, guys. Thank you so much. All right, but while we wait for Dave, again, I just want to thank everyone that made time out of their Saturdays to be here, out not only on the panel but in the chat watching this, or if you're catching the replay. If you could do us a big favor, we want to get more people to be watching this, especially once we get the tournament started. So please go ahead and make sure you hit the like button and you let your friends know, share it or whatever's, so that way they know what kind of programming we're putting together. I think me and Marco have built something very unique on this stream that a lot of people are not doing. So please go ahead and make sure you share and let people know. All right. Is he back?
Here we go. Here it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And I saw your message there. Beautiful. Well, congratulations, Dave. Thank you so much, everyone, for making it. That will be our show. Thank you for hanging out with the guys. We appreciate you guys. And until next time, let's end the stream there. And all right. You guys have a great Saturday. See you guys then. All right. How do we do this?
Jose, can't you see? Wait a second. The first word is Jose? I thought it was
Jose. We know.
Wow! It's about a Spanish guy. Oh, Jose, can you?
I don't believe it, man.
It's so easy.